Welcome to the show. We're glad you're here. Grab a cold one, maybe a beer. Stay alert in the chat. Giveaway prizes. Maybe we'll give away Uncle Bill's cowboy hat. Jim's his sidekick, wouldn't you know? Uncle Extra Medium in the show.
Not in the show.
Smash that like button and subscribe. Let's all be part of hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe. Hashtag Uncle Bill's Tribe.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, and all the ships at sea, welcome to Uncle Bill's Saturday night Zoom chat, Hangar Talk. Here we go with the gang. It's going to be another Zoom chat because I don't have anything to talk about besides
South Florida
elephant
drone
in the
meetup.
room. What's the elephant in the room?
South Florida drone meetup.
That's it.
That way about
Yay.
What? There's a South Florida drone meal.
Yeah.
It's the meetup.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, in South Florida, apparently. Not North Florida.
Not just
Not
Florida.
mid-Florida.
South
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
We're fairly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there we go.
Hey. Mammy. What's up?
So I'm
Mammy.
unboxing your gifts to him today.
Huh?
Ray
No,
got
you can
two
tell-
boxes from Alexis today.
Oh,
I could barely hear Mark.
nice.
Couldn't hear Mark. What, Mark?
You got
I
your gift.
said, Ray put a video on unboxing your two boxes today.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
good. I didn't see it. So you.
Oh yeah,
saw
Ray
something.
was advertising your donations to the drone.
Yeah. So I asked him to save me 5 of them because I wanted to give them away on your channel, Bill. So in the event I don't get to come, which is there's some new news that's going on. So I'll just ask him for them and he'll give them to you, and then save one for me and you can give away 4 at your show. And the reason I might
what are we giving away?
the spinners.
The spinners.
Yeah.
Do you have any there?
Do what?
Sugar
Yeah,
pie,
if we give it
honey
away, do you have any
bun.
there to show it?
Just kidding.
I got to turn my volume up. Say that again.
Okay, I'll try it again. Do you have any in your possession that we could show on the screen if we're going to give it away?
No. That's why I asked Uncle
Uncle.
Uncle Ray.
Everybody's funny when people get asked to be called uncle.
Everybody's an uncle.
Tell myself.
Well, I asked him to save. I asked Ray to save 5 for me because I wanted to give them away on your stream. So I was going to give them to you.
I heard all that. I got it.
Okay, so what's the problem?
Do you have one
No.
that I can show the chat?
No, that's why
But I
sent
don't
you
understand
the-
why you don't understand my question. I mean, if we're going to give it away, I'd like to show it.
Ray's got them all.
I showed them to you last week, Bill.
Okay, well, all right. Let me put that video up. I'll go
No,
take
I
it.
don't have a video. I sent you the photo of what they're supposed to look like. Oh, you're talking about Ray's video. Okay, I
No,
got it.
an actual. No. Whatever.
Because I may not be able to come after all.
Oh.
All
No.
right, tell us why not.
And the reason is because they found more problems with the cylinder than they expected. They were supposed to have my plane back to me this weekend, but what they did was they pulled the cylinder out of the plane and they had to send it to a specialized shop that's up in North Dallas. So it's going to take at least an extra 1 week.
Oh.
Got to reboard it.
So that even digs into more of my play money.
Oh.
So we'll see. And plus, they have the rest of the annual to go. So I don't know what else they're going to find. But I said, good. You know, if you're finding stuff, that's why we have annuals, obviously, is so that they can fix it all. So it's a very safe airplane.
Why do we have anals?
For safety.
Or you put your head in.
For safety. For safety.
It's for you to put your head in.
Yeah. So keep your ears warm.
Stop.
You got to.
Guy.
As I get older, I discovered how important that area is
Oh,
because the doctors all seem to want to look up there on a regular
Yeah.
basis.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
I was more interested in it when I was younger.
Hello, Brenda.
I was never a backdoor guy. That didn't
Oh,
it didn't do it for me. No, I had a hard. Hey, depending on who I was with, I had a hard enough time at the front door, let alone trying to
My,
force it.
my
Each their own.
when my son was about one of my sons, my middle son, he was about 3 maybe, and so my oldest son would be 6. We lived in Dallas, and I had my Lincoln Town Car, beautiful, and we're rolling down the road, and they're all in the back seat. Of course, I got my middle son in a car seat, and then I get ooh, and I go, what's going on back there? I'm driving, right, going right by Addison Airport, and my oldest son goes, Matthew's got his finger in his shorts. And I pull over and I look at, I go, Matthew, what the heck are you doing? And he pulled his hand out and his middle finger had shit on it. And I go, what did you put your finger in your butt for? He goes, I just wanted to know what it felt like.
I wondered what the correlation was. I was trying to figure out how she was tying this in. You know what I'm saying?
I heard the whole story. And I'm still not sure how she tied this.
Because you guys are talking about anal. Right?
I know.
That's how you
Finger.
tie it in.
Finger, and his son's fingering himself in the ass
And-
going
and
down
my-
the road in a
And my
car.
brother goes, he's gonna
Hey,
grow.
it's his ass. Let him do what he wants.
My brother goes, he's gonna grow up. He's gonna be gay.
He's trying to save you on video games.
So yeah, what's his boyfriend's name? Yeah, that's the next question. Yeah.
No, he's got a boy of his own now. He's got to go through all that.
Oh my goodness! At the beginning of the show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Don.
Well, you guys are talking about anal
Hey,
stuff,
Don.
so
Oh, hi Don.
Good evening, sir.
yeah.
So we were talking about sticking fingers
Hello,
up her
Don.
ass, and Don appears.
Hey, chocolate popsicle stick. Yeah, there we go.
That's why they call it mud balls.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this is a Jones rant.
I was joining when that conversation, and I was still connecting. I was like regretting it. I was like, ah.
It was just a joke. It was just a joke. I'm sure you don't
Close
have
the
to
love
like
you
it.
tonight.
Yeah.
You
what?
shit on your
Well, you
finger, you'd have pink eye right now.
Oh no! I not me. Just the entire story of the kid with the finger and
With the
I'm telling you, it'll save you on video games. Let them get. That's okay.
Yeah, let him play video games.
Yeah. No, you don't need video. It costs money. Your anus is already there. You already paid for it.
yeah.
Well, if you're talking about, we're gonna go back to hanger talk. See, like this is a wire hanger. Okay. This is a plastic hanger. Okay.
wire hangers.
I thought you were going in a totally different direction. Here's
I
a
did too. Yeah.
hanger, and this could have solved that problem you had.
Well, yeah, and this was the solution to that problem back in the early 1900s. Before 1972, I believe it was
73. But yeah.
73. This could have been the solution.
That,
Yeah, but instead, as I've told this story before, although you may not remember, you guys just start prattling on when I talk. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here because they didn't have a choice. And here I am,
Here you are.
enriching your lives.
Yeah. Well, thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah.
No abortion.
Yep.
Thank God for broken rubbers.
Yeah, I
Thank
told you,
God.
I discovered the photo that showed that my mother was 7 months.
Yes.
7 months I was born after their wedding. Yeah. But I must have been her because I'm tiny. You know. But anyway,
well, at least your parents got married at all. I guess that's something.
they did get married. You know, they were together for at least 3 years.
Yeah.
I was born on my parents' 10th wedding anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta, you just
And their
ruined
marriage
your
went downhill from
anniversary,
there.
man. I mean, she
Yeah,
could have been
that's
enjoying that 10th anniversary. Instead, she was pushing you out. I just,
yeah. And life sucked for them after that. Just like
Yeah. Hey, I'm the only boy that survived. Yeah.
And,
Well
well, I mean,
He's
that's
a survivor.
a matter
Yeah.
of opinion. But you're
My
here.
brother Bill died in '56.
No.
Yep.
Well,
Same day he was born.
that's really depressing.
Yeah. That is
So,
depressing. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Wet Blanket. WB, we're going to call you.
Yeah, I know shit.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
he's
I'm
call
sorry
me
for your
what?
loss. I mean, what do you say? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That sucks.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Oh,
What's
hey,
even
that
worse
was
is
cool.
my little brother
Right?
lived, so that's even
Oh,
worse.
yeah, that looks good.
Grumpy.
it says Yobi.
Okay, I'm gonna make Lloyd big because he's not used to
Giggity.
that. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Yobi.
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 Yo.
Yobi.
yeah.
BB
That's
Lloyd.
my new 3D printer. So yeah.
Very nice.
Cool.
Very
Okay,
cool.
wow.
Very nice.
Is that a coaster?
Yeah. Yeah.
One that will
Yeah,
hold
this
them
the,
The
for-
grumpy
this is the
nogger,
final
huh?
rendition. Yeah.
Grumpy nogger.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it's spaced out that way. I'm not correcting the thing anymore. I'm just
Grumpy nogger.
If I'm a
Nog, 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 nog.
I'll be
that-
the best
yeah.
damn nogger you ever saw. I'll be.
Yeah.
You damn nogger.
Yeah, son of a bitch. That's-
Yeah.
But a coaster is supposed to absorb. That's plastic.
Yeah, well, it can run off and get on your damn cabinets. I don't give a shit. It's just for free. What the hell?
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw the damn things in the trash anyways, according to Don. So, and by
Yeah.
the way, just in case you guys wonder, yes, there is a geo tracker inside each one of these, so I'll know who the fuck threw them away and where you threw them, because I'll get them out of the trash and I'll just hand them out to somebody else.
Now they'll be all
And the
Yeah.
funny
floating in
thing
the
about
Atlantic.
the meetup is that could be trash cans all over the country and even Europe.
Yeah.
So there's your
Well, that's true,
excuse.
but if they're local,
There's your excuse
Ooh
to
la
start
la.
traveling. Did
He's
Grumpy
admitting.
vlog retrieving my chips?
Yeah,
that's-
there you go.
Yeah.
He's
Royal
admitting that he is.
if I find
staying
these
on
in
it.
the trash, each one of them has their own identification. I will hand them out personally, so I'll know who threw the damn things away and who didn't. Next year, you won't get one from me.
Well,
'cause
now I
won't
don't
be
even.
there.
Now I don't even want.
I wear.
I
Yeah.
If you
I wanted
want-
one a couple of minutes ago. Now I don't even want one.
Yeah.
You're gonna advise me not to give me one.
No, they're not. They're not.
Advise you.
They're not geotagged. Although Don and I discussed that on his show today. But you
You
Who?
mean don't come in a set of 6?
My show. Wasn't a show.
You
We
had
did
a
a live
show?
stream. I did a live
Oh, that's
stream.
cool.
I was out working on the buggy and did a live stream for
Yeah.
a while.
You got a
Oh,
channel?
that's cool.
yes, the grumpy flogger.
Nothing that I would call a show.
Randy wants to know.
yes,
Lloyd, did you design that?
I did design it. I didn't see how close the V was to the L until just now. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna have to do another one.
I don't think he was. I don't think he was saying it critically. I think he was.
No,
Complimenting
he was asking. No, yeah, I designed
He
it.
was complimenting you. Yeah.
I finally got the print to sit down
Oh.
where I wanted it, and got the color scheme the way I
The
wanted
Grumpy
it.
Nogger.
It actually looks good, Lloyd.
Well, I'm
Yeah, the
glad
Grumpy
it's an
Nogger.
O instead of an I. Boy, that'd be a real problem.
Oh, oh, that's a real picture of one. Oh,
Yeah, if he was a grumpy vligger, if he was a grumpy vligger,
I was
and he
gonna
printed that up, it'd be a problem.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so
I'd be
thankful.
like
that-
Fred Sanford, you know.
Waypoint
Yeah.
New England. It's not a Lexus. It's Lexus.
E.
Yeah, but you know what he did? He went through the trouble of watching Ray's. See, I was going to show the picture you sent me, which was basically just a picture of what you were going to do.
Yeah, it's the artwork.
Right, the artwork. And he sent a link to an image that he pulled from Captain Ray's video.
How super nice is that?
So we can see what they actually look like.
Yeah, Ray sent me a couple photos, but I haven't seen what he put on the unboxing. I haven't seen that video.
Well, let's see it. I'm
Oh,
gonna
he
better
has-
to do.
He held it in one hand.
Well, here it is.
Cover. Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Okay, cool.
There's
Are
that
they all
same
different
white
colors?
shirt that Ray wears everywhere.
Yeah, it turned out
I
pretty
can't
good.
talk. I have like 20 white shirts.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to have bothered you.
Well, shut
Sorry.
up.
Came out nice.
Alexis,
Alexis, it came out very nice. Good, great
I'm
job.
sorry.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I think they did. I
Very
think
nice.
they
Yeah.
did. They did well.
They're nice. Very nice.
All right. So here's an idea. If I do a giveaway, all right, stop screen sharing. Okay. If I do a giveaway, I think I should do it to people that are actually, going to go to the meetup.
Well, I think you should do the giveaway after the meetup.
But she sent 100 to Ray to give up away after
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. If I don't get to go, then you can get the 5 that Ray was going to give me, save 1 for me, and then you give away 4, or you can get another one from him.
Save 1 for you.
No,
You don't have one.
I'm not that important.
No, can't you have?
Oh,
can't
you're
you have as many
extra
as you like?
important.
You paid to have them done.
Yeah, I did.
She paid to have them drop shipped. She drop shipped them instead of
Yeah.
having them sent to her and then sending them to Ray. She
Yeah.
drop shipped
I
them.
was
son.
I was thinking maybe she printed them or something. I
No,
can't.
no. I paid $300 and something,
What?
$77 or something like that.
What?
That's not too bad. That's only $3 and something each.
Yeah, $377.
Good math. I'm glad you didn't
I
like
know.
stick a 4 in there for some reason. You just
Why would I?
you dropped the 0 off the end and you were
No,
there.
you just moved the decimal point. It's
I
100.
know. I get it.
God, I
I
thought
get it.
maybe
It
we were
was
going to
like-
have a math lesson.
See, that's called sarcasm. The English class will be later.
Oh.
English literature.
We're
will be
math
later.
majors around here, not
humor
English
right now.
majors. Hey,
I
Johnny,
do have some else stuff still. See, I've got
You
my.
know what I could do? I could give them away at the meetup. Actually.
No, keep them
No.
for your show.
on the live stream.
Yeah,
That's
For
what I was
people that
thinking.
aren't there.
During my live stream at the show, I was thinking about doing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
that-
everybody there is probably going to have one if they want one. If she sent
Right,
100, basically everyone there is going to have one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
So
taking-
why
yeah.
give them away to people that are there?
Well,
What I
two-
could do, well, no, you're right. What I could do is one from my stream.
Hmm?
One for Alexis, and then there'll be 3 left, and then I'll do that the following Saturday.
Whatever you want.
That's what I'm thinking.
As long as it's not people that were
Your
at the
permission.
meetup, is what I'm saying.
No,
Because if it's people that were there, what's the point?
They're going to be everywhere. People will be using them as coasters. They'll be throwing them in
Yeah,
the
there's
water.
50 people at
you
the
know.
meeting that aren't going to
Yeah.
get them.
Life rafts for little people like me.
I also sent Ray a couple of the sets of navigation lights. You know, the LEDs you can put on your drones or planes.
Loom cubes or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what the manufacturer is, but he got those too. So those are gonna be
Nice,
good.
Alexa.
He did say what they were called. I can't remember.
Those are like 20 something, 22 something each. So they're pretty nice
Yeah,
gifts.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Oh no, who's this?
Uh-oh. No. Well. Yep.
So he wants you to go live
Hello?
to do this. He's funny.
What you doing?
Let's see if we can hear what he's saying. Oh, he turned his mic off.
Oh,
We were actually able to hear him.
Lip readers unite.
Okay, so just
somebody
in
fill
case-
in for him. Pretend
you-
what he's saying.
Okay,
Yeah, I can pick up
Well,
some KY.
I don't know. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know why you would
Yeah.
say that.
Listening to us.
Oh, let's change
I
it
don't
all
know
the
why you
way
would
up.
say that. I think that dress looked great on you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's show what's the weather, because we've been
What's the
lucky
weather?
year after year after year. We've had good weather. The closest thing to bad weather, I mean, like Art brought up the first one
Right.
up north at whatever
Sebastian.
how windy it was. But you know what? It was the sun was out. It was a beautiful day. Yes, it was breezy, but again, being skilled professional drone pilots, we just had no problem with that. We put our drones up. In any case, but aside from that, we had one. Was it 2 years ago, where we knew a storm was coming in, and we were just hoping it would hold off. And the thing ends at 4:00 on Saturday, and I swear to God, and this isn't an exaggeration, the stroke of 4, the wind just picked up and just started blowing stuff. Like Ray just said, Goodbye. We'll see you, some of you, for dinner tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at Dolman Beach. Blah blah blah. He just got done saying goodbye to everybody right at 4 o'clock, and then in comes this unbelievable wind that just starts blowing tables over, and the rain was followed behind it, and it just was waiting for Ray Kelly to finish, I guess, because that's the power that he has. However, other than that, it's been perfect, and even that day was a nice day. But let us share this window right here, which is the weather for next week. Saturday here in this. No, I don't want Tampa. What the fuck?
Make it bigger.
Why is Tampa like that? Let's go.
Let's see it.
Of course, St. Lucie's the same as Jensen. So let's do that. Make it bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel, I don't know. If it's gonna get. Let's see how much bigger it gets.
There we go. That's a little better.
Gets a little bigger. Okay. Here we go.
Oh,
Saturday. Well, let's start at Friday. Friday the 4th. 82 for the high, 73 for the low. We'll click on that. And as you can see, rain chance 1%, 1%, 3%, 9%, 12. Uh-oh. In the afternoon. Who cares? It's Friday. We get together at 5. So there you go. So let's move over to Saturday.
Saturday.
High will be 83, low will be 71 overnight. Another beautiful day with no rain. At least that's what it looks like.
Cool.
So far. Sunday, 83, 70.
Okay.
Same thing. So it looks like we are going to, and even for those who hang out for an extra day, we got a little bit of clouds, but that's it. No rain. And 86 and 70. So there you go.
Yeah, looks good.
And when is high tide and low tide?
How the hell? I don't know, and I don't care. Let's see. I mean, we could find out. Rising tide. Nearby tides. Lake Worth? No.
Yep.
So, have you seen the weather in Texas this past week?
No, I haven't been there.
Oh my God! Oh,
yeah.
It's flooding.
The weather in Texas.
They had thunder and lightning to postpone the golf yesterday afternoon, didn't they?
We have had so much rain. The only one I'm happy around here are my ducks.
It's been. We had some rain here this morning, and looks like it's going to rain again. It was fine the rest of the day.
Oh, I'm talking I'm not talking about just rain. I'm talking like 8 inches and more.
Ooh,
it's been like
8 inches. That's what Randy was talking about. That's what she said. It gets a little bigger.
God, you guys.
Stand back. I don't know how big this can get.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We're not going to continue to talk about.
Then we got Johnny Drone Flyer. Welcome. Good to
Hey,
see
Johnny.
you.
Did anybody greet the guest or
No, and that's usually Art's thing. I mean,
yeah, Art's usually interrupting everybody, while we're trying to talk, trying to say.
You know what I'm going to do? Wait, before you do that, I'm going to stick this link into the chat for a couple of minutes. Let's see who. 6, 7, 8. We could fit 2 more people in here.
Okay.
So let's see who pops in. Maybe Johnny.
Okay.
Maybe Johnny.
Maybe Johnny.
Yeah, I hear Johnny's going somewhere next week. He's going to be somewhere next week and next weekend. So he might want to talk about that.
There you go. Well, we got Steve Jeunesse, Vermont Views. We got Warren the Cure Show. We got Randy, Mad Fox Media. Trevor Fuss, all the way from Ozland. And we got TJ of Giggles FPV. And we got, who else do we got? Johnny Drone Flyer. That'd be Johnny, from Louisiana. And who else? I think. Oh, Brian, Waypoint, New England. And
so much
Michael, Cool Cat.
Let's put him in the middle.
And who else? Don, Mudball Don.
Maybe Don will start talking. Don,
Hey, you know you were here.
if you're over there, will you talk more often, Don, or no?
Welcome. Good to see you. And John, CT Pirate is here.
Jody just got here. Hi, Jody.
Oh, Jody, drone shots. Good to see you.
Were you talking about me not talking?
And Brenda, Sunstar.
No.
No. I was just telling us you were here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then we got Chuck Kovac and Travel.
Yeah, hello, Chuck.
It's any travel station. Kovac and Travel. And
Hey,
that
Chuck
is
was-
about it, unless there's some new
Chuck was
people.
talking earlier in the chat about not maybe you shouldn't go or not being well. Chuck, we'd love to see you.
Yeah.
Just say that.
Absolutely.
And I don't even like you, so there you go. Still love to see you. Honest to God.
Mm,
You know, don't worry about anything. It's all crap.
yeah. And we got Dusty, East Coast Thrills.
I'm just kidding. I like you fine.
Uh-huh.
Not that you care, but you know. Anyway, okay. Thank you, Art, for that.
You're welcome.
That
Back
was
to
beautiful.
you, Bill.
Brief synopsis.
Dominic, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. After walking around the air show yesterday, which was
We
really,
heard plenty of air last
yeah,
night.
I know.
Did you get
It
some
was
nice video?
windy.
Or?
Well, I just found it really hard to hear what you were saying, and secondly, the wind was just howling.
Yeah.
And,
We're not complaining about you leaving. We understand. You're out and you're having a good time.
and then the interference of everybody else getting on their phone, especially when the F-16 decided to do its maneuvers, and then the two F-35s, everybody was on their phone, and you could hardly get anything. So,
What did you get? Anything at all? Any video at all?
yeah, I've got some video.
Nothing
I'll try
uploaded?
and edit.
Nothing uploaded?
No, not yet. I'm still editing.
All right.
There'll be a couple of shorts.
Yes, Trevor. I will be streaming live this year, like usual.
Oh, and speaking of air shows, by the way, I'm really hoping I do get to go. I was really hoping to fly in, but that's not happening. Because in Lakeland, Florida, there's the Sun and Fun Air Show from April 1st to the 6th.
Oh, okay.
And it's only like a 2.5-hour drive from, Stewart. And plus I want to go play arcade games at Sticks.
Wait, where is this air show?
Lakeland, Florida.
Yeah, it's at least 2.5 hours. It's up by Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We just had an air show. They have air shows at Wickham Field all the time. Like all the time.
Well, it's not just an air show; it's an air display.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of like Oshkosh, but on a smaller scale.
It's probably the same show. They fly. They do all over Florida. I get to see F-22s and sometimes an F-30. An F-30. It's pretty amazing. I mean, everybody waits for those two.
Yeah, I was waiting for the F-22s. They were sitting on the runway, and
well, certain prop planes people look forward to seeing too. Corsairs and Mustangs.
Yeah. We had Mustang. We had a Spitfire.
No.
Spitfire. I haven't seen a Spitfire live. I'd love to see a Spitfire.
Yeah.
P-38s. See any of those?
I would have loved to have seen those, but no, there was none there.
Yeah, they got to be intimidating. Just the sound from a twin plane.
Oh yeah.
You could hear that. They had a Lockheed Electra there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Didn't get any video.
Earhart's plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know when we have air shows because they fly right over the top of the bowling alley. I mean, it's just, I mean, with all the bowling going on and how noisy they can be, you can hear the air show. Oh,
No, Randy wasn't allowed. Randy has asked if I could put the drone up. No, it was a TFR in place.
Of course not.
The funny thing about it is the Avalon is a commercial airport, so I thought it was funny that they had F-35s. F-35s. They had 2 F-22s sitting there. Nothing happened. And then, they're going around and all the planes land and they say, oh, sorry, we've got to let one of the commercial A320s in to go to the...
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, so they suspended the show for like 10 minutes and everybody watches this... everybody watches the A320 land and, okay. So the F-30, F-15s... F-18. There was one F-15. There was 2 F-18s, and they were, flying around. Oh, sorry, we've got another plane that wants to land. Okay, we'll land everything. Plane comes in. Happened twice. Because it was a commercial airport as well. Yeah, I wish there was an A-10 there. I was hoping.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
See an A-10.
Yes, there was a crash. Trevor commented on that. There was a crash.
You've seen one
The guy
A-10, you've
is
seen
in
them
a
all.
critical condition, but they're saying that they had an update. They're saying that he's stable, critical but stable.
Yeah.
So that's hope.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything not seeing an A-10. You've seen one, you've seen them all.
Okay, I'd like to see one.
I've never seen one.
They're a lot bigger than they appear to be.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought everybody had seen one. I mean,
well, yeah, because they park one right down the street here for me.
Well, I mean, I've seen hundreds of them, so I just assumed you guys did too.
No, I haven't seen one of those.
We see pelicans, sandhill cranes, and alligators here. You see a lot of those?
Yeah. No, I don't. No,
okay,
we don't.
well, I'm just,
yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
No, the only reason I say it, I actually worked on the first 6 we ever had, so
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
they had a DC-3 there.
Oh, good for you.
There you go.
I know, right? I feel special now, fellers.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of professional bowlers in my life. I mean, I'm but that doesn't make me special.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm special enough in my own mind for everybody that doesn't think I'm special. So I think it for myself. You guys don't have to.
I think at an air show, I think it'd be cool to see planes that are just badass, and they are badass.
I love seeing an A-10 at an air show when I get a chance to go to one, and which isn't very often, but I still like going to see them, even though I've worked on them.
They'll probably have them in Lakeland.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah, it's like an air show, but it's also a display, a static display.
Static display.
Yeah, there was a static display of a lot of planes too. Had a lot of kit planes.
There's a lot of World War II planes I'd like to see up close and personal, and not necessarily the big ones, like the Mustang or the Thunder. Although you don't see the Thunderbolt. I mean, I've seen air shows and you don't see the Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I'd love to see
awesome to see one.
Corsair.
I mean, I'm talking about maybe an Aerocover. I always thought an Aerocover was a beautiful plane. And it only had a single supercharger, so above 15,000 feet it sucked. And we understand that. That's why it's a ground support weapon. In any case, I've never seen one of those in the wild. I mean, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them for World War II. I'd like to see.
Yeah.
How about an ME-262? Would that be an air show?
Yeah.
There was an Apache AH-64. There was one. It wasn't flying. It was just in a static display.
But we see the same ones at every air show, and there's always Mustangs because people still race them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mustang. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there's things I'd like to be like a F-80? No, an F-86 Sabre would be pretty.
Yeah, that'd be a nice
That'd
one.
be very cool too.
Yeah.
What was the F-80? Was the double Mustang? I forget now.
Yeah.
That would be the P. Yeah. The F-80.
P-80. Right. V-80?
Yeah.
Am I getting the number wrong?
P-80.
Twin Mustang. Let me see. twin body Mustang. If you
one
get
of
to see
them
one of
is a
those,
shooting
you know,
star.
there's not very many of those around. You know,
Yeah.
there was never very many of those around.
Yep, C-17 Globemaster. They had one of those.
The Vulcans
They
are
had
pretty
the
decent.
Airbus A400 as well. Those were the two. They had a couple. They had two Hercules.
F-82.
C-130J, I think it was.
F-82.
Yep, you're right. Yeah, the
Is that
F-80
Alexis?
is
Alexis,
the
why are you doing
shooting
that?
star.
What am I doing? What? What?
Why is it doing that?
Why is what doing what?
What?
What is he talking about?
What?
I guess
I
is
have no idea how that happened.
What?
What?
You don't
What
hear
the heck are you talking about, Bill?
No, I don't. We don't hear anything.
I'm hearing the theme. First, I heard the opening.
Not me, baby.
Not
I
here.
just have a tab open.
I see.
Are you doing more of those gummies?
We're talking about airplanes.
Somehow, YouTube started playing this channel, and I heard the opening credit song, and then I heard the ridiculous song that Alexis made me. And I was like, what is going on here? And that tab is not even up front. So how did I push play on a tab that I'm not looking at?
And he blames me first thing off the bat.
First
Because
thing,
it
yeah,
usually
like,
is you.
why'd you do it, Alexis? Yeah, it's all your
I'm sorry.
fault.
Other 8 guys. Is it usually her?
I don't think so.
Don't be. I know
don't
she's
think so.
intimidating. I know she's
Mic
a bit
problems here. Yeah,
I'm intimidating.
I've never noticed any audio problems with the Alexa.
Yeah, you coward.
I refuse to answer that question on grounds it may incriminate me.
I'm agreeing with Bill because otherwise I may have to sleep in my car.
Yeah. Hope you're looking forward
That's a valid reason.
that
I'm agreeing with you
plastic-covered mattress.
because I think truth matters.
I'm still wondering if you're going to show Ray Kelly's video.
Show his whole video?
No, his.
It's not long.
Never mind.
Hey,
Off.
Oh, what kind of video is it that you're not going to show if it's not long? What?
Are you talking about your spinner? I showed the spinner.
No, you did
Yeah,
not.
she already.
The
saw the video.
unboxing.
What do you mean I did not? Yes, I did.
Not tonight.
Yeah, I
Showed
did.
it. Yeah,
This
he did just
guy
2
is-
minutes ago.
This guy is going freaking loco. First he
Yeah.
blames me for audio. Now he's saying he did something he didn't. Bill, I think you need to
blame
show
me
it.
for
No,
No,
audio.
he showed a
Alexis,
still
he did.
picture of it. He didn't show the video.
Yeah.
He showed a
Showed
still
the
picture
video.
of
No,
it.
He
I
just
showed
showed the
this.
picture.
It's still there. Hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I showed.
Watch your restream.
No, you were looking down when he did that. I know.
Oh, you didn't see it, I guess. No, I showed this.
Yeah, he
see?
showed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We all-
That's not a video.
I didn't
No,
say
he
it was
didn't
a
say
That's what I
video.
just said. I said he showed a picture, not video.
Right, I saw that. You said you had a
That's not
video
enough?
of an
Okay.
unboxing.
Fine. All right, I'll just start playing Ray's videos. That makes sense.
Hey, you guys, let me go out to the garage real quick and grab a hammer and hit myself in the head with it a few times. It'll give me the same feeling that I'm getting with this conversation, but faster.
Okay.
You know,
Okay,
that's a little hurtful. You know,
Yeah. well,
a little bit. You know, but that's the way he is. So
The video was on. The video
Randy, no.
on.
no, I said I should have. I didn't. You really want to see a video? Okay,
you said
somebody
you
else's
had an
somebody
unboxing
else's video during my live stream. Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
If that's what you want, Alexis, why not? Ray Kelly. Videos. Alexis Fletcher Green. He put the full name on there. That's
He's
awesome.
had one drink and he's already in tank.
Yeah, this is pretty short anyway. It's only a minute 53. So
Yeah, it's gonna go for 3 hours. So what's a minute 53?
you're right.
Good one, Michael.
Do you see it?
I do.
Of course you do. All right. Boom. Hey, everybody.
Hi, welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. And the South Florida drone meetup is almost here. I can't believe it. But it
at
seems
him,
like
George.
every day I receive another box or two at our door. And today I received 2 of them. And these are from Alexis. And let's open the box. Boxes, I should say. Anyway, look what's in them, guys. These are spinners. And for anybody who don't know what a spinner is, it's a little gadget. You put it in your fingers and you spin it. But these are so cool. They really are. And I'll give you a look at the logo. They even got our logo on it. South Florida Drone Meetup, really. And it came out great.
I'm glad he told me what that was.
There's 100 of them in here. So we'll be giving them to the first 100 people that sign in. And
Look at there. Look at there.
there's another box here from Alexis. Let's open it. And this one has strobe lights for your drone. Solo good strobe lights. And if you're flying at night, you need lights. So 2 lucky raffle prize winners are gonna go home with strobe lights, thanks to Alexis.
Yay.
I gotta say,
Good on
from
you,
me
Alexis.
and the rest of the South Florida Drone Meetup Committee, thank you, Alexis. We appreciate your support.
You know how Amazon gives a photo to prove that they've delivered them?
Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly. On this adventure, we're going to head down to the state of Florida.
All right.
And we're going to go to my favorite.
So I get an email alert that a package has been delivered by Amazon. So I go, okay. So I go, wait a minute. And I look at that little tiny photo and I make it bigger and I go, that's not my front door. And it goes, how was your delivery? And I went, that's a terrible delivery. It's not even in my house. And then I realized what it is. It's those strobe lights. It's Ray Kelly's front door. And I was like, whoops. And I tried to back up and correct it. But anyway.
Maybe you read everything before you.
Yeah, I know. Very compulsive, aren't I?
Yeah.
Am I not?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, hey, there's an airport. Let's land on it. Oh, wait. That's a Navy base.
Is that impulsive or compulsive?
Impulsive.
Could be either, I guess. Trying to read Don's shirt, but it's backwards. What does it say? Not only good looking,
I also drive a dune buggy.
Wow. Well, both of those statements are true.
Yeah, that's not a pre-made T-shirt. There's no way someone thought of that. You made that shirt.
This was a gift from my wife. I think for my birthday.
She had it made. She had it made because I don't ever recall.
I'll be right back.
A slogan like that before in my life. Hey, what we need is, there's a big market out there. People that own dune buggies. Let's dune buggies. Let's.
With print on demand, you can get really niche.
Yeah. Yes, I understand. I was kind of making fun of it, but
Thank you for the video.
thanks
Don't
for
make fun of my shirt. Bill, it hurts my
Uncle
feelings.
Bill.
I'm very sensitive.
I love you, dune buggy, and you know that. I also love you. So there.
Yeah.
As you well know.
Everybody loves Don.
No, not everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, not me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, look at Lon's back.
Yay.
Yeah, the 2
I'm gonna
lovers
have to
are off the phone.
if Beauchart doesn't get back in here real quick, I'm gonna have to change the lyrics to that song.
Yeah.
You just need one word in it that says stop.
There you go.
He did it.
Hey, new guy here.
New guy.
How's that? Is that better?
Uh-oh. We got a new guy.
A savage.
Let's go to new guy's channel. Whenever there's a new guy, we need to go to their channel.
Is that Fred Savage's brother?
You're being
It is, especially when they announce that they're a new guy.
You're being vetted.
Okay, new guy is
New guy, new channel.
Subscribers.
He's got 5 subscribers. He joined a bit ago, so he didn't just join just now just to harass anybody. A couple of goons getting kicked in the dirt at different casinos help us grow our channel and make us some bigger bets eventually. Okay, he's a gambler.
Okay.
Savage slots. He's either that or he's a pimp. One of the two.
Yeah, no, but he's real. So there you go. Everybody, there's Larry Savage's page if you wish to subscribe.
Oh.
And can't really see what he looks
Savage
like.
slots.
He looks savage.
All right, we're approaching 3,000 RPMs. If anyone on YouTube could help us, this car is just shaking
Well, you check the engine
violently
light on, buddy.
at 3,000 RPMs.
82 miles an hour.
It's a Honda Accord 2001. Matt Parker, if you see this video, I need help. All right, we're approaching 3,000 RPMs. If anyone on YouTube could help us, this car is just shaking.
All right, shaking
Crack,
violently.
crack windshield.
Wait, Larry's
He's
blue.
missing a piston, probably. That sounds
Larry's
like.
blue. How did
Let's
Larry
check
get
engine
blue?
light.
So is my airplane.
How did Larry get blue?
Not me. I don't have that kind
Maybe
of.
both sharks lurking and he did it. That'd be hilarious. Because
No,
these are.
seriously, he's blue. So who did that?
Maybe he was here before.
So he's not that new.
Oh, maybe
Maybe he
it's
changed his.
somebody with the burner account that we know.
No, because the other account would be different.
It's
No,
an
all right,
art.
this is
It's
the
another
account that
arts
was playing.
channel.
Yeah, there you go.
Art.
Oh, shucks, I made him blush.
Wow.
There you go, Larry. We showed your one and only video.
There you go. You got
Your vehicle blowing up on the way to play slots. So that was there's gambles going on all over the place there.
Hey, he's gambling, period.
Yeah, gambling on getting there.
Yeah. Just so everyone knows, anyone that wants to buy the Mavic 4 Pro, speaking of gambling, you're going to be gambling the way it sounds. As far as shipping and everything is going to be a gamble. So,
I remember I told
Unless
you
something drastic happens.
the 3 Classic remand at DJI.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'll sell you mine. I'm not
remember I
kidding.
was looking at it. It was 1,025.
Yeah.
Right.
With the RCN2 controller, one battery, and a charger.
Right.
And the next morning I thought, I think I just might buy. Nope, too late. They're all gone. This morning, overnight. You know what the problem is?
On the Classic.
I announced it on this channel.
Yeah, and everybody went and bought it.
There you go.
No, I'm
You
sorry.
didn't even get a commission for it.
It was on
Yeah, my channel.
Arts channel.
Yeah.
Our
So,
channel.
Yeah,
I
they're all
got
gone.
one coming.
Just like that. No, I thought about yours too. But 1,025, and I got a controller for it. I want to buy a case instead of have a bag anyway. It's got the brick.
Mine comes with a case, just for the record.
All
But if you
right, I know.
buy a Mavic 3, let me know. I have 4 cases for a Mavic 3 sitting here.
Okay.
Easily. I got 4 different cases.
I would buy one of those. It's not like I don't want to buy your drone. My plan, it's because 3S is a great drone, but my plan was to take advantage of the fact that I was keeping my RC1, the RC. Yeah. And
for what?
I can't use that with a 3S. Money for what? I was
what are you
trying to
use
get
it with?
cheaper deal on a drone because it came with either the non-screen controller or no controller. I mean, drone only 940, 965 would have been even better, refurb from DJI,
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do with the RC1?
Kind of better. You'd have to buy the brick. They don't give you the brick. With the drone only, you do get a battery and the drone, and that's it. So
yeah, that drone charges in the battery, but I'd send you a charger for a Mavic 3 too if you happen to get it, because I have a spare charger, the charger strip. Because I bought the 100-watt one, and I didn't give it to Adorama, I don't think. So I'm pretty sure it's sitting over there.
You got the 100-watt one? Because that was
yeah, you'd have to buy the 100-watt brick though, because I'm using it for the Air 3S. So I wouldn't give you that, but I would give you the strip.
You don't have this 60. I think it's 65. It's 65.
I might, but I'm probably using it for something. I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably using it for something.
So, Bill, are you buying this from Lon, or were you going to buy the one from Michael Wright?
Michael
What
Wright.
happened to that one?
Michael Wright sold his.
Oh, did he? He sat on it too long. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Last time I talked to him, he said a guy was coming over that day. So.
Okay.
You know, it really sounded like it wasn't going to be available anymore the way you said it. You know. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing. You know, I'm probably gonna have to drive to Canada to get my Mavic 4, and that's the way I'm hearing it. You know, they're working on it, but it's not looking too snazzy. Well, everybody's scared. They don't want to ship them because they keep getting held up. So,
well, they keep,
you know, it was bad enough when their 3Ss get held up. When you start getting $5,000 and $6,000 drones getting held up, it's even worse. You know,
they keep saying they started that customs thing out, but now DJI are taking the US government to court over the putting them on the blue list or whatever.
Yeah.
They what now?
Fair, which is fair. The DoD has them as a Chinese company, as a company, a partner of the Chinese government or some shit. I forget how they put it. It's like a CDC or COC or something like that.
Because they allegedly supplied drones in some military actions or whatever.
Yeah. So I still, even if they did, I don't get it. So Lockheed shouldn't be allowed to sell anywhere else in the world.
Right. Our companies do it. So.
Well, Apple should be allowed to sell anywhere else in the world. Or Samsung, they supply, you know, devices to the military.
We get it. We understand. I kind of understand what they're saying because they don't, you know, China's.
Hello, Jeremy.
Doesn't like us
on our channel.
You know.
On our
I'm not sure they dislike us as much as we dislike them.
No,
I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you. I don't think the Chinese are sitting around talking about us.
Not the people.
Yeah, they are.
Not the people. The people are lovely. I've dealt with Chinese nationals online with purchasing new old stock, you know, for bowling centers and this and that from some of these, and they were great, you know. And my wife's kind of, you know, she's Asian-ish.
Right.
I like her. And
wow, look at that thing.
What?
It's grown since last week, and it's got more feathers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
It's starting to look a little better. I'll give
Yeah,
it
it kind
that.
of looks like a baby vulture.
I mean,
he looks sort of like that chicken hawk on the cartoons.
That's
Chicken
the worst
hawk.
pickup line I've ever heard. It's grown since last week, and it's got more feathers too.
Chicken hawk is the name of our rooster, and this is Faith.
Faith. Well, you gotta have faith. You gotta have faith.
George Michael. Yeah.
All right. Let me shit all over the carpet as you're
baby.
No, I mean, I disagree, Jeremy. The U.S. government did shit to them first. See, you can't blame someone for retaliating or going, you know, coming back at something that you did to them. You know what I mean? That's the thing. You know.
What are you talking about?
He was saying that they're out for us or whatever because DJI brought a lawsuit against the U.S. government. I'm like, well, they did it in response to something that the U.S. government
they brought
did.
to you because they had no other avenue, and
right. What are they supposed to do? Just take
the
it?
government understands that. You know, it's not.
Yeah.
You know, that's not.
It's not personal. It's like it's just business.
It's
you know what
business.
I mean? It's business. They need to, because they're being blue listed all over the country. They're losing millions of dollars, you know, et cetera. And I wouldn't take it either.
I
wouldn't take it sitting down.
Are you co-streaming this?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is.
Yes, I am.
Drone guys you're on the wrong channel.
Yep. No, well,
53 cents is 53 cents, buddy.
That's why you don't see anybody in the chat because.
Yep, you can't chat with anybody. All the cool kids are over here on Bill's channel.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Right. Nobody can see what you're saying, except us on the panel.
So I will.
You will what?
Let him know.
You can't.
I will copy the
You
link.
just stream both. You'll do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just one of these things. I'm not, like, dude, poor DJI, they've been picked on, poor babies. But Jesus Christ, they're just putting out a product. You know what I'm saying? And selling a product, and every day they got to get caught up in some bullshit.
Yeah, nobody's a problem with that. They have a problem with the government behind it. That's not them per se.
Because I guess they got investments when they first started, which everybody knows that. Frank Wang started DJI when he was still in college. So he got the Chinese government is big on investing in new business and stuff. So yeah, sure. He got some loans when he first started the company. So how many businesses in the US have done that? Plenty have gotten business. In fact, I heard a 9-month-old kid got a small business loan from the US government.
For $100,000.
I was just reading about that the other day. And a couple guys that are over 120 years old got small business loans.
I went up and slapped my son earlier this week. I was like, if a 9-month-old could have gotten $100,000 for a loan to start a business, why couldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. What you been doing, kid? Get on it.
I slapped those new grandkids too.
When he made that announcement, he said he called the kid precocious.
Yeah. So I don't see what the difference is. I get so tired of that. It's like, if we do it, it's cool. If they do it, it's evil. I hate that. I don't care what side of any argument you're on. I hate that. I hate it.
You guys are making me redo my logo so it doesn't say Grumpy Nogger on it.
Oh, that really bothered you. That's why you've been quiet all this time?
That's what I've been doing. Yeah, because one letter, it's all it takes just to create problems.
I think it would be a great title for your Christmas extravaganza.
The Grumpy Nogger,
Eggnog,
eggnog, yeah.
Grumpy Nogger.
Except a good eggnog is
I wouldn't even risk it because those keys are right next to each other on the keyboard.
Yeah.
All you have to do is
they are too, right next to each other. The O and the I is like
do it.
He made it! Yay, some Joan guy.
Hey.
I'm not wearing your shirt tonight, bro. Sorry.
I've been unregistering my original Mavic Mini.
Oh,
sold it?
I'm going to give it to my father.
Oh, great.
He's been having some mobility issues, walking and stuff like that. And I thought, that might be a good little drone for him to take. He can go out to the park, sit and fly and do something.
Yeah,
and it's one that I wouldn't care if it gets flown into a tree.
Yeah.
Right. Or blows away or whatever. Yeah.
Or had some.
It won't blow away. I mean, it's still a great drone. I was flying it just a few months ago.
Just a few months ago.
Well, yeah,
I know. You better update. Get on the update, son.
Yeah.
I was flying a few months ago until I got the Air 3S. I was flying that Mavic Mini all the time.
Yeah.
It's still going. It's probably still got a couple years on it.
Good old kid.
That he can take it out and fly and.
The glooming. Who's that guy?
I don't know who this fella is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's share that one.
The Gloomining.
Yeah.
The Gloominings channel. 4 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
2 videos. Random things across the universe. And he's had this a long time. 2015.
Oh,
Clearly wasn't using it. Although he posted this video 6 years ago and this one 8 years ago.
Oh, okay.
And it's
awesome.
Yeah. Playlist. Oh, he's got playlists though.
Oh, he listens to Cannibal Corpse though, so there you go.
He's a real feller.
Awesome.
Apparently, I'm gonna guess he was born in 1955 based on that. So he's not a child.
Mm-mm.
No.
So
is that your age, Glooming? Glooming. That's not that hard to say actually.
Glooming.
Saw a UFO 2 days before Halloween.
Hey.
Let's see.
What the fuck is this?
Like
this thing is fucking booking it, bro.
Nothing. I see black screen.
Who's making all that noise over here? You, Doug?
Yeah, I don't think 55 is.
And he.
Oh, there it is. You see
Blow up the screen though.
Dude, he is just get.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Can you see that little speck there? Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here we
well,
go. Illuminating. That's his channel. If you guys want to be.
yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
40 million views. Yeah.
Join his channel. Yep. He says, "I hope your dad likes the gift."
I hope
sure
he
he
does too.
will.
Who's he talking to?
Don.
Me.
You might not know this, but Don was talking
okay.
about giving his dad a drone just like 30 seconds ago or so.
Yeah. Wow.
Show of hands.
Wow, bro.
Who will be at the South Florida drone meetup?
Yeah.
Jinko Balboa, Bill.
Lloyd.
Yep.
Lloyd, you got to raise your hand.
Raise your hand, Lloyd.
Oh, Ginkgo
Lloyd.
biloba.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Yeah, Ginkgo biloba. That's
maybe,
for the memory.
maybe
And
this one.
Alexis could kind of put her hand up.
Yeah, girly girl up
It's
there.
just- that makes.
You got to go like this.
Put up 2 fingers at least. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be.
That's what she said.
Put up 2 fingers. There
Giggity.
you go. All
Oh.
right.
See, Bill took it as a much more safe for work
Yeah.
reference than I did.
Hmm.
Yeah.
We all
You
knew
have
that
2
would
fingers.
happen.
That's what she said.
There we go. Hang loose.
Yep.
That's right. 2 fingers. We can go back to talking about getting poop on our finger. Like,
That's
No.
where I came in. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's all right.
2 fingers.
Yeah.
2
That's
fingers.
the worst part
That was
about
a tequila. You guys ever?
Yeah, 2 fingers tequila, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's funny because you take 2 fingers when you want to, hark it back up. 2 fingers tequila. You want to you drink it and you want it to come back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
2
Yeah,
fingers.
Gus Fring
Oh,
does
cheap,
that.
cheap
too.
tequila. Huh?
Gus Fring. He did the
Yeah. When he poisoned the cartel. Yeah.
Yep. Don Eladio. Yeah.
Well, welcome in.
Well, not just Don Eladio, the entire entourage.
Oh yeah. And although there was one guy that didn't drink, and that's the one Mike strangled.
Mm-hmm. He garroted him. Yep.
Yep. Oh, and Jesse.
I need to rewatch that show. I've only watched through the show
Is
twice.
that Sons of Anarchy? What show is that?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad. Oh, you said Jesse, didn't you? I never watched that show. Not even one. I've seen clips. That's as far as I've ever gone.
That's how I watched it too. Kind of glad I did that way. And I'm like going,
Yeah. There's a bunch of shows like that. What's that one? You Better Call Saul. I think that one.
Yeah, that was a sequel to.
I've never seen that show. I've never seen that show either. But I've seen a lot of clips though.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was pretty good. It was a different thing than Breaking Bad, and a lot of people didn't like it because it was a different.
Not quite 100%.
It was going to be a different show.
Maybe 60%.
But it was good.
70%, somewhere in there. I'm getting there.
60, huh?
I thought Sons of Anarchy wasn't a show all by itself.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a totally different thing. Sorry. I brought that up because I don't know why. I thought for some reason he said Jesse. And I thought of Sons of Anarchy because I just seen a clip about it because I never watched that show either.
I shall return. Please.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
Please. Feel
Okay,
free.
MacArthur. I shall return.
Okay, Terminator.
I still have the wrong thumbnail.
I'll be back. I'll be back. Weeds. I've heard of that show. Never watched it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I've probably watched 1 or 2 episodes.
Wasn't it McCarthy that said we shall return?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I shall
Or
return.
MacArthur. Yeah.
And the
MacArthur.
mayor of Hiroshima said, "What the fuck was that?" Oh, sorry.
Quite frankly, McCarthy has returned. Apparently, because if you don't agree with certain people, they automatically call you a communist. You're not on board.
I was talking about MacArthur, not McCarthy. McCarthy was a senator. MacArthur was a general.
Douglas. MacArthur.
Weeds. I know the show is about. It's about some chick, right, that lost her job or needed money, and she decided to start growing marijuana and selling marijuana. It's like out of California or somewhere like that.
I was going to say, wasn't that the film about the Scottish version of Dudley Moore?
What was that?
MacArthur.
Oh.
Oh, that was Arthur. That
Yeah,
was
but the Scottish version.
That's the Scottish
The
version.
Scottish
Yeah, I got it.
version. That's a little British humor.
I hate having
Yeah.
to. I hate having to explain a joke.
They're just a flesh wound. Yeah.
Only a flesh wound.
But that would leave you with one.
Later on,
What's it called? Run away.
Run away, run away.
Run away. Your mother smells like elderberry.
Hey, no, don't do Monty
elderberry.
Python without Bill in here. You know how much he loves it.
It was your father that like elderberries. I can't remember.
Your father.
It was mother and your father elderberries.
Look on your bright
Your father was a
side.
hamster and your mother smelled of elderberries.
Yeah.
Now go away. I shall taunt you a second time.
Yes, go away or I'll taunt you a second time.
Go and pull your bottoms, you English. Oh no, go and pull your bottoms, you silly English nuggets.
Yeah.
Nuggets.
And the sex Vash.
Yeah, the pet store one. That one's hilarious.
Vash being.
I want a shrubbery. I want a shrubbery.
Vash being.
I've watched that in years.
It wasn't. I want a shrubbery. It's bring us a shrubbery.
Oh yes. What should we ask for? What would you do? What are your terms? Bring us a shrubbery.
I need to watch that one again.
Yeah.
That's more
That's
important
pretty
than
funny.
Breaking Bad. I haven't watched that for probably a year.
Life of Brian too is another one.
Life of Brian was good. It was probably one of the better Python movies as far as
The Holy
cohesive
Grail
movies.
was certainly
The Holy Grail was a bunch of segments that were loosely joined together. Life of Brian
Was
was
an actual
actually
movie.
more of a cohesive movie.
Yeah.
I think as far as the Monty Python movies, it was probably the most cohesive. As far
Oh,
as
definitely.
I'll go along with
Hanging on
that
the
because because Monty the Holy Grail was like a bunch of skits kind of knitted together.
Yeah.
Biggest, thickest.
Yep, biggest, thickest.
He had a wife, you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have,
Um,
I don't have Life of Brian on Blu-ray.
Oh well, you can probably pull it from YouTube of all places. You can probably pull it up on YouTube.
Incontinentia buttocks.
Incontinentia buttocks.
Which one had B. Arthur in it?
Huh?
B. Arthur was
Maud?
in one of those.
Maud
Python.
was in.
Yeah, she had.
B. Arthur was in Monty Python.
Yeah, was it
You
Life
think?
of Brian or?
No,
I guess get on the internet. I don't remember that.
I think you're thinking the Star Wars
Mel
Christmas
Brooks
special.
Oh,
you're not thinking of Mel Brooks? Well, one of the Mel Brooks movies, maybe.
Oh, you might be right. Yes, it was one where Moses came down. Look, people, I have it. Oh,
History of the World Part 1.
Yeah, History of the World. Did you see History of the World Part 2? Horrid. Absolutely. Hulu made it. It's horrid. It's horrific.
I saw
my
parts
God,
of it
horrible.
and avoided it. I saw parts of it. It was just
Oh my God, it's so bad. I'm like, Mel Brooks is spinning in his grave, even if he's still alive.
He's still alive.
He'd be spinning in,
he's
he'd be spinning in his grave. Or to put him in his grave. I'm like, what is this bullshit? It's horrible.
What about the Time Bandits?
It's a great movie.
No, the series.
Equals.
Oh, I haven't seen
series?
it.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
let's
Apparently,
see this.
Terry Gilliam visited the set and walked off without a word.
Yeah. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. Horrible.
What's the other one?
Okay, I
Well,
want
don't
to
get me
watch it.
started on that. The Velma show on HBO. Unwatchable. Velma show on HBO. Uneffing watchable. Just horrible. You know, then this isn't a whole bunch of them. Then you get that segues into this new Stone White movie. Every clip I've seen has been like, nah, come on. Nah, no, they didn't. No.
No one
Really?
would watch that.
No.
I've seen clips of it.
What?
And what is
Yeah,
this
I'm
movie?
like, what? It's the new Snow White movie.
Oh, I haven't seen any clips of it.
I think
Oh,
sequels they should never have made was the Blues Brothers 2002.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was
Ooh.
yeah. There's only one part of it that was any good, and that
John
was Ghost
Goodman
Riders
is a
in the
great
Sky.
actor, but it
Yeah.
just didn't work.
Yeah. I thought John
Yeah,
Goodman was really good in Monuments Men. That was probably
Yeah.
one of his.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
one of his better movies, I think.
Mhm. Yeah, there's just some things. Just leave it alone, fellas. When he tried to
Yeah.
remake the Munsters, remember that?
In the
Yeah.
Flintstones.
Oh, that was horrific too. Although the Addams Family wasn't bad, I don't think the Addams
It was
Family
all right.
movies. I thought they were okay.
Yeah, they were
I thought they
pretty
were
decent,
okay,
yeah.
especially
About
the
the
first one.
Flintstone movie.
The Addams Family
The
movies
Flintstone
were
movie-
funnier, and actually, the Addams Family was funnier than the Munsters anyway.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go along with that.
yeah. Because the Munsters was just
Oh, it was likable. Don't get me wrong. I like
well,
the
yeah,
Likable,
but
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
just
absolutely.
standard comedy shtick that they
Al
did.
Lewis and Fred Gwynn together. You know, it's
Yeah.
it's
That
classic
is the
comedy
remake
gold.
of yeah, it's a remake
Car
of
54.
Car 54. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the Halloween
Where are you?
version.
Yvonne De
Yeah,
Carlo
no.
was great at her role. They all did a good job. You know,
Yeah.
don't get
I
me
thought
wrong.
so.
You know, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The Addams Family had a little more edge to it. At least later on, it did. Maybe not the first couple
Okay.
of seasons. You know.
You know, everybody asked about Ginger or Mary Ann, but here's one that nobody asked: Lily Munster or Morticia Adams.
Both
Who
at
was
the
the
same
hot?
time.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm
I'll
going
go
Morticia.
Morticia.
Yvonne De Carlo
In the-
or Carolyn Jones.
Carolyn Jones.
Is
Ooh,
what
yeah.
you're saying. And they're both exceptionally pretty women.
Yeah.
There's something about Carolyn Jones though.
No, at the time that they did the Yvonne
Right.
De Carlo was hot back in the day.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah,
But-
yeah.
yeah,
she was still an
but
attractive woman for her age at the end. You
well,
couldn't
okay,
tell
well,
under all
when
that
you throw-
makeup.
whenever you throw in for her age, you've already killed
Yeah.
it.
No,
That's
I
all I'm
thought she
saying.
was. I thought she was.
You've already killed it.
I thought she was a
Have you ever
good-looking woman.
seen one of the Carry On films
But
called
Carolyn Jones was also a very hot number.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the Carry On films were great.
Carry On?
Her eyes were
had
amazing.
Nella Fielding
Yeah.
in.
Yep.
She had
Oh,
Betty
yeah.
Davis eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Both
Hey,
both
Ron.
died
with
pretty
that.
young, unfortunately. Carolyn Jones was a Bond girl, right?
Yeah, Raquel Welch back in the day, like Once Upon a Time in the West. She was awesome in that movie.
Oh, she
Yeah.
was.
wasn't
Raquel
too
Welch
shabby.
was my
One night
favorite.
BC.
1,000. Was it 1,000? Sorry, 10,000
In
BC.
in Grumpy Old Man,
10,000
she wasn't too
BC.
bad.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, she came out well.
For
Scrubbed up well.
I don't care for her age or not. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
Yeah.
Bandolero, was she in Bandolero, I believe? Or she
Yeah,
was in one of
yeah.
those movies. Was it
Yeah, she
Bandolero?
was in Bandolero. Yeah.
Raquel Welch was seriously when we were kids. That was she was the it girl.
How about
Oh my God.
Fantastic
Her and,
Voyage?
her and Sophia Loren
So
was another one.
Sophia Loren, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bombshells.
Many a baby was sacrificed.
Going back
Was
to
many a
Gina Lola
potential
Brigida.
child.
I was just going to
Gina
say Gina
Lola
Lola Brigida.
Yeah,
the other one.
Yeah.
yeah.
And Margaret.
There's quite a
Hello,
few.
Tom.
And Margaret, yeah.
How far are you going back, man,
You
though?
got to think for redheads. There you go.
Let's
Which
go.
one?
Let's keep
Marilyn
going
Monroe,
further back.
yada, yada, you know.
God
Yeah.
bless
You
America.
know-
Nobody can see your text because you're on Artie's channel.
Hello, Ronnie.
About
Just
the
so you
link, all he has to do is
Hey,
scroll and
one of them was Barbarella.
Yep.
Yeah,
Barbarella.
Barbarella.
With
Barbarella.
Right.
is that
That
Who's in
was
Barbarella?
Jane Fonda, wasn't it?
I don't want to
Jane
mention her
Fonda.
name.
Oh, Anne Margaret.
Yeah.
Was it Anne
Anne Marie
Margaret or
Jane.
Jane
no,
Fonda?
or Nancy Sinatra?
No,
Nancy
Jane Fonda.
Sinatra? I
Barbarella
can't
was-
remember.
Jane Fonda.
Yeah,
Jane
you
Fonda.
got
Was I right?
it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anne Margaret, she
I'll
would have
take
been.
it.
Anne Margaret was in Pinball Wizard or Tommy.
Yep.
Uh,
Oh, yeah, she's the mother. Yeah.
yeah.
Pinball with
Yeah, she was
Hey,
fine.
we got Tom in the chat. Hey, Tom.
Yeah, hey, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then there's
you
that
know.
25-year-old that lives down on the corner. That I thought we were just talking about women in general.
Oh yeah, no.
There have to be somebody you know. Okay, never mind.
Sydney Sweeney. I'm still stuck on Sydney Sweeney. I saw her on TV the other day, and I'm like, holy crap, this chick
I
is
know
so
you guys have talked about her before.
effing gorgeous.
I can't even picture her. I don't even know what she looks like. I think you've shown a picture of her before. Not memorable.
She hasn't been in a lot, I wouldn't say. Just, but damn, son. I'm like, what the hell?
The Dura sisters.
Probably
They're
not
pretty
Penelope
hot.
Cruz.
Yeah.
I like Penelope.
Yeah, I do too.
She's
Yeah.
cute. I'm not saying she's ugly. I'm just saying.
Paz Vega.
Her face is ugly.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Jenny
Yes,
Ortega.
Dominic knows Paz Vega, don't you? Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of really pretty women.
She might be she is a cute version of Penelope Cruz, where Penelope Cruz is just very attractive.
Yeah.
Paz Vega is a cute version.
Yeah.
So her face is smaller.
Yeah, and she's about 3 foot tall.
Yeah, so cute. That's
she's
what
like
cute
a
girls do
toy poodle version.
when their eyes and mouth are close to the little tiny little face. Oh, she's cute.
Oh, yeah.
Cruz's face is a little bit longer. But she gets a lot
Elizabeth Montgomery.
Why the long face?
Yeah.
Well, you guys keep digging way into the past. That's why I'm trying to bring it to the modern era.
You're old.
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna
Jenna Ortega is beautiful. What?
Yeah.
Christina Applegate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day.
Cameron Diaz back in the day.
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz in the mask. Holy crap.
I've seen
Helen Mirren.
shits
We were talking about Helen Mirren last night, I think.
Without her makeup
Mirren.
on.
Have you seen a very young Helen Mirren?
Excalibur? Are you
yeah.
kidding me? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That's right. You see it, she gets naked in that, right? Does she get naked in Excalibur? She gets with
Have I seen a young Helen Mirren?
Starts with a G, Galahad or whatever. She gets all naked.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I remember that. The only reason I remember that because I was a kid and nobody was home when I broke out the HBO. I broke out the HBO and caught it on HBO. I'm like, boobies. That's before there was internet. You know what I'm saying? To my dad's Playboys and trying to descramble Cinemax or HBO. You know what I mean? That was all you could get.
Turn your head on the side, kind of.
Yeah, trying to get the vertical.
Squint. You might see a boob kind of come into focus and back into noise.
Yeah, for a second. Yeah. Boobies. Hurrah.
Speaking of politics and attractive women.
Huh?
Speaking,
they go together.
Doesn't it seem that the Republicans have all the attractive women?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that's fair because AOC is pretty. I think AOC
I know
is
you
pretty.
like AOC. I think she's okay.
And you know what?
She's
That black girl with the mouth, she is pretty.
The black girl with the mouth.
I can't think of her damn name right now, right?
Yeah,
they've been focusing on her a lot.
She was more attractive.
She is pretty.
She was more attractive.
Yep, you got that one
before
Jeremy.
she discovered
Margot Robbie.
Prettier than the black girl without a mouth.
She was more attractive. I thought she was more attractive before she discovered she could talk street. Because there's interviews of her before she started doing all this attack shit, and well spoken,
right?
And sensible, and all those things. Now it's well, they like Trump, and he's a shit talker. So
this motherfucker and stuff like that. Yeah.
Why don't we start talking shit, and then the people like us too. Yeah. No, because it comes across phony with you guys. He's just being himself. When you're trying to force swear words and stupid statements, and it just
Mr. Kitty.
You're right there.
She's all right.
She has like that visual.
Scarlett Johansson too. Scarlett Johansson is my go-to, quite frankly.
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
Scarlett Johansson, man, it's just like I don't know what it is about her, but
she's very attractive. That's probably
she's very pretty, but I mean, there's something about her. I don't know if it's like a girl next door feel or something, because she got that accessibility feel or something about her. You know what I mean?
Well done.
Thank you for joining the tribe. Hey.
Yeah, and Margot Robbie is Harley Quinn too. Margot Robbie's really cute too.
Yeah,
Margot
good
Robbie's
Australian
gorgeous,
girl.
actually.
Yep.
Margot Robbie, she's a gorgeous.
She was Barbie.
Well, once again,
Yeah, I didn't like her in Barbie. To tell you the truth,
Barbie world.
I didn't think she was that hot in Barbie.
very attractive, but just
Suicide Squad, she was pretty hot. Yeah.
Yeah. As Harley Quinn, she's hot.
I lean more towards cute and
Eric-
interesting
Yeah.
than super attractive. I don't know why.
No, I agree with that. I like cute better than I like overly glamorous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
my God,
Especially if the war
Sally
over.
Fields, she was cute.
Yeah.
Sally Fields, cute. Smoking the Bandit, sure.
She's
Sally
okay.
Fields versus Goldie Hawn. I would pick Sally Fields.
I would pick Goldie Hawn. Yeah.
Goldie Hawn was cute too, though.
I thought Sally Field looked like the girl next door. I thought she was just average. I thought she was just not unattractive. That's as much as I will give her. Seriously,
Right.
She was okay. She was not somebody you'd go like that. But if Sally Field walked by, I mean, if Goldie Hawn walked by, I would give her a second look. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I'm glad to see that
Now,
your
maybe
standards are so
body-wise.
damn high, picky ass bastard.
Well, when I was 8 years old,
Yeah, I know,
and
right?
she was on Laughing.
Yep.
In 1969.
And that bikini.
In
Yeah.
that bikini with the flowers painted all over her body.
Yeah.
How'd you like that job?
So
How'd you like that job?
That probably has something a little bit to do with it. Yeah. because
My brother got
I don't
paid
remember
one
a thing
time
she
to
ever
paint
said.
a naked girl.
What now?
My brother got paid to paint a girl up for a photo shoot and paint her up as a zebra. And they said paint her up like a zebra. So he painted
Was
a
this
zebra
at your
stripe.
wedding?
No.
Oh,
Anyway, the photographers, after my brother's kind of done painting her up like a zebra, well, what? Why is it he didn't paint her front? And my brother's like, well, that would be the zebra's belly, and those don't have any black stripes on them. It's white. You want me to make something up? The guy's like, yeah.
Yeah.
But the paintbrush tickled the girl, so my brother had to basically use his fingers.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is your penis white? Ugh. Well, I had to use my finger.
That's not saying much when you.
So you guys
rethink
down
that,
there are shitting
Well-
all over the movie Barbie. That's what they're doing now. They're kind of shitting on Margot, and she's hot. I don't care. That movie probably sucked, but guess what? I didn't do. I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
No.
You know, I knew exactly what it was. You guys are kind of telling on yourselves a little bit just for the fact that you watched it.
Well,
No,
some of these guys have girlfriends and stuff, but
I don't care.
well, they drag them to movies.
I
Some
don't watch my
people
wife
allow
watch
women
it,
to
so
drag
they
them to
don't-
movies.
They want to watch
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't do that either. I agree with you. Now, if you had 11 colors, then it might get interesting. Because if you had to change colors for each finger, you know, once you hit the 11th color, now that's when things get interesting. Yeah.
Watch this movie with me, and
Margot
you'll be
Robbie
happy.
and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes.
Was that
She
what
played
that
Sharon
was?
Tate.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And Wolf of Wall Street too. I thought she was
I was just going
pretty
to
hot
say
in
Wolf
that.
of Wall Street.
She was,
Yeah.
yeah.
That was probably her best movie.
I don't know. I keep thinking of her as Harley Quinn, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, I don't know that an actress could have done Harley Quinn any better.
Well, unfortunately, she is Harley Quinn now, as far as I'm concerned.
She
Anybody else tries to play it, forget it,
Tell me
man.
she wasn't fantastic in that role.
Oh, she was good. That's what I'm saying.
Fantastic.
No one else should bother playing it.
All right.
Nope.
You're right.
If it
she
ain't
did
her,
good.
I don't even want to see it. Nope. They replace her with some black chick or something. I'm not watching it. I'm just saying. And I don't care who they replace her with. I'm not watching it. They pull in
Bill.
some Asian chick or
I was
some Mexican
forced.
chick or something like that. I'm out. Dude, I won't even watch it.
He was forced to watch.
Yeah, they
the
put.
movie.
You ever watch
You know what?
Clockwork
They can
Orange?
force you to
They
sit
put that
next to
whole
them.
thing on her.
Wait,
on
I
her.
want to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but they can force you to sit next to them during the movie. They can't force you to watch it. You can take a nice 95-minute nap during
Yep.
that movie, you know,
That'd be a
and
nice
wake
nap.
up and say, "Honey, That was enlightening and wonderful, and girl power and right arm, and then go back to sleep. That's it.
Nah, you know what? Tom missed a couple. If he's talking about political chicks that are hot, fucking Christy Nome. What the hell? Every time I see her, I'm like, Jesus.
I know.
I'm like, I catch at certain lights and angles. I'm like, God damn, how old is she?
She looks like a model.
I'm like,
yeah,
Jesus.
She's better than a model. Yeah, she reminds me of Gina Davis when she was.
Yeah, and the chick that was the governor of Alaska, that ran for vice president or whatever her damn name is.
Yeah, Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
Man, at certain angles and shit.
Yep.
I'm like Sarah Palin too. I was like, God damn, what
I
is
like
going on here?
Pam Bondi. I mean, you know what? She's getting up.
Pam
to
Bondi.
but
Pam Bondi's not bad either.
She's super. I mean, because when you combine it with the brain, I mean, she's just. I don't know.
Some of these guys are. Oh wow, look at that.
She's impressive. I'm sorry.
That's kind of horrific, actually. That look on her face is a little bit.
Sarah Palin.
Yeah.
Michael Palin.
I don't know if they're related.
He was a sexy guy. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Michael Palin. I laughed at a lot.
Come down a little bit. Look at that face,
there
though.
She is.
There she is. Hi, Get Puddin'.
Jesus.
Hey, what you doing, Mr. J? Hey,
The rest of her could be any other sexy, well portioned girl. It's the expressions on her face. The fact that she's fucking stunning. She's got a great face.
Right, she's very pretty.
Really got a
She's
great
well proportioned.
But just the way she played that character.
Oh yeah.
Went from you wanted to really like her to she was mad. She was mad. She was crazy.
Oh yeah, look at she's got the bat and everything.
Look who's got the bat and everything. Yeah.
Does it have any blood stains on it? Because if it doesn't, forget it.
That's what she
bop
said.
your husband once.
Get some blood stains on it, and then you could probably put it on eBay. And kill a couple of those chickens in the backyard.
I can loan it to Don. He was going to hit himself in the head.
There you go.
Yeah, with a hammer, but I'll use a bat. Oh, we do have storms popping up.
So do those clothes come off? I'm asking for a friend.
Brad, Nana's attic. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, Nana's attic. Yeah.
Actually, yes, they come off.
Awesome.
Oh, okay.
And even the gun comes out.
My guns get ready to come out.
I bet it is.
Somebody was going to say it. I knew.
25 days.
Joker's lady. I don't know.
Giggity. Yeah.
Well, let's see. I've never looked because I'm not a dude, but I'll check it out. Hold on.
I'm a perv.
Right, because that's what dudes do. They take
That's
dolls
step
home.
one.
They take dolls home and undress them.
Lon does.
No, I
Oh,
don't,
look.
of course, but
Hell, you don't. Look, it's got a bra underneath it.
but it's permanent. The
It
bra's
is.
permanent.
I don't know. I've never done this.
Well, then okay.
You've never
we're
taken
just
off
talking
the
about it then.
You never played with dolls and changed their clothes?
Yeah.
You had. I was going to say if you did, you had to
and you've
decide.
taken off bras. You've taken off bras that are under extreme pressure, as a matter of fact, that I can tell.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what I think I told you this last week. Didn't I tell you what happened?
How the hell do I know what you told me last week when you don't tell me what you told me?
Hey, Bill.
Okay.
Did I show you this picture that I'm going to show you?
Did I tell you this last week? I don't know. What?
Well, you guys were talking about bra. Okay, I'll just tell you. I was talking to the mechanic when I drove to the FBO, fixed base operator. I was talking to the mechanic, and all of a sudden I had a wardrobe malfunction. The clasp on the front of my bra just went.
Oh.
And I was like,
live ammo.
Like this. I'm talking to him for the rest of the conversation. I'm talking to him like this.
Loose.
And
Yeah.
the girls are starting to escape.
Hang on.
They're sneaking out.
It is
That's
a
quite
really
stress
nice,
test.
it's really nice doll. You know, they
It
did.
is.
Yeah,
It
They
looks
did a
great,
good job
actually.
on it. Yeah.
It's perfect. Yeah.
I know a lot of people that collect that stuff, and I mean, if you're into anime, you can any anime show in the world, you can get a figure for it. It's insane. There's guys with walls of that shit.
My
I've got
son
the
was playing out in
Joker.
his room.
I've got the
Talk
Joker that
toys.
goes. Oh, she just fell.
My son was playing
there
out
she
in the room
went.
the other day,
I've got the Joker that goes with her.
and
Oh wow.
And
I
even
forgot
though
I'd
she
given
fell,
him this.
She held onto the bat. Look at that.
Wow, look at that. She never lets go of her bat when she has her hands on it.
Wow.
When she has that bat in her hands, I get it.
Yeah,
Oh, geez, that's a big Pez.
She's not letting go.
Is that big Pez candy?
It takes the full Pez, like the
Roll.
big
one
refills.
pack, yeah,
It puts
yeah.
the entire pack. It takes in all the packs.
And
then
that's the kind I
he
need
talks.
right there.
He talks when
Yeah, Pez, you have.
Do or do not.
Do or
There's
do
no try.
not. No
But
try.
He found that, pulled it out. I was like, I forgot I gave you that for, I don't know what that was for back in the day.
Bar mitzvah?
No, I had Christmas or something. It was just a little
Oh,
giveaway thing, or I might have gotten it as a giveaway and gave it to him.
You
but
regifted it, yeah.
he regifted it back to me the other day.
Must be before he knew.
To about 4 people. 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, it was probably regifted to Don when he got it, and then he gives it to his boy, and now his boy's saying, Dad, you can have this back. I'm fun. I
It's
get
like
a lot
that
of crap
fruit
back from
cake.
my kids now, too. Yeah.
He says, "Here,
It's
take
like
this
a
back."
fruit
It's like,
The
well,
fruit
he was going
cake,
to throw it
yeah.
out, and I'm like, no, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were a couple other little toys that I'd given him, and I was like, "Now you can throw those away."
Oh, how about that drone meetup in South Florida? I hear they're having one.
There's a drone meetup?
Well, I hear
Yes, why, yes, there is. Let's,
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna be
coming
doing-
up.
let's talk about
Next
it.
Saturday, I'm going to be doing a live stream
I will.
all day long. No, I will be all day long. It'll be for people who didn't go to the South Florida Drone Meetup, and we're just going to sit on our live stream and talk bad about the people who did go.
The trash talk us. Yeah.
That's good. That's a good
Okay.
idea.
It's a great idea.
This guy's a bunch of
Uh,
joints.
And of course, I will pull in Bill's stream and run it in the corner so we can laugh at them and trash talk them. You can't get me for copyright. It's gonna be transformative. We'll be doing commentary.
That'd be awesome.
Yeehaw!
That'd be so interesting.
Yeah, yeah, sure would. Yeah.
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 Don, I don't know if I'll be able to make it next week to that one.
Sounds
Yeah.
Oh,
The tens
I'm
of people
sorry,
that'll
Lloyd, you
watch
weren't
that.
invited.
I figured as much, yeah.
Yeah, the tens of people that'll watch
He
that.
invites me when only 3 people are watching, so it's like,
The heaving masses. The heaving masses of 4. Heaving masses.
That's too funny.
Yeah. Woo. Nah, we'll see how it goes. I got it. Like I was telling you, Bill, I got a promotion at work, and it's like, it's not a promotion. I just have a second job now because they still want me to do the stuff I was already doing. So it's like, it's insane.
so you don't know if you're going to be there or not?
Oh, I'm going to be there.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
going to be there. All next week, it's just going to be a big mess, but I'm out Friday. So
Yeah.
I'm on a plane Friday morning. So there's nothing they can do about it.
Where are you
Too
coming
bad.
into?
Sanford, Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Because I fly Allegiant because I like nonstops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the only one that flies out of my town nonstop is Allegiant to anywhere in Florida. So it's
I was
like,
trying to get a flight on Cheapo Air, but apparently they're not around anymore. So
oh, they're done? I didn't know that.
I don't know if they are or not. I was just,
When you're up from the airport, why don't you just fly to Philly?
I considered that, but I bought my tickets 4 months ago. I'm one of those guys. Once people say, hey, we're going to do this, I go, okay. And I get on the internet and buy my tickets. That's what me and Ken bump heads a lot. Because he'll be, oh, yeah, we're going to do this and that. And I go, okay. And I get on the internet and I buy my tickets. And then he'll change his mind at the last minute. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, 'cause I got to put in vacation and shit. All you retired and self-employed types. You know what I mean? I got to put in vacation and shit. So ahead of time, you know, so I buy yeah. And then Billy's picking me up at the airport in the Cyber Beast. Presumably we'll see. The delivery date is the 29th now. So
Great.
so we'll see how it works.
That was yesterday.
That's today.
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 Here,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, holy shit.
For me.
Now I know why he was trying to text me. Or he tried calling me earlier and I didn't catch it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll talk to him later.
Yeah.
Lloyd, we were talking earlier.
Video of Billy
I was
driving.
talking to Ken.
No, Lloyd, earlier we were talking about doing an Ozarks meetup.
Ozark meetup, yeah.
4 States Aerial Jeff. He's in my neighborhood. He would be another person to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Find out. We'll figure out some place and do a mini meetup sometime.
Yep.
I really want to do that.
There you go.
Yeah, I do too. We just need to
Pick a day and say we're doing it.
right.
Because if we don't, it's just a meh.
If it starts out just 2 of us, we'll find they'll know that next year in 6 months or whatever, we'll do it again.
Or you could get
not Ozark, Missouri, but in the Ozarks somewhere. I'm in Southwest Missouri. Lloyd's down in Muskogee, Oklahoma. Jeff, 4 States Aerial, he's also here in Southwest Missouri. So
yeah,
Ozark is a really good movie.
TV show. It's okay. It pisses me off because they could have shot that here, but Missouri would not give tax breaks to the production, so they just came here and got a few of the wide shots that they could sprinkle in throughout the series. Then shot it, I think, in Georgia.
Georgia's really production friendly though.
Yeah, and
Walking Dead was filmed there. All kinds of shit's filmed there.
Right. Missouri, if they would just give some tax breaks, I mean, they said bye to that entire Ozark production.
I think that's what happened with Tulsa King is that he got tax breaks that first season, but I don't think Oklahoma offered it to him on the second. So they're doing very little filming in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Oh, you're in St. Louis? Wow.
Oh, who is?
Yeah, Denver used to give really good breaks on filming. They used to have a lot of TV shows out of Denver, like Father Dowling's Mysteries and the new Perry Mason was filmed in Denver.
Father Dowling. Oh yeah, Father Dowling. Okay.
Yeah, not Tom Dowling.
No, I was thinking
the one with Bosley.
Father Tom Dowling. That's a good one.
Mr. Cunningham.
Non-Father Dowling.
Yeah.
Actually, he might have kids for all I know. I don't know if he has kids or not. Huh.
Yeah, we got storms coming up through Oklahoma. Going to be here around 1 o'clock where I'm at. I'm thinking they're north of you, Lloyd, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Bringing up.
Yeah, we're getting more rain here in Colorado.
It's raining in Colorado.
Duncan's south of you, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Duncan's down on the border of Texas, I thought.
Yeah, it's down there by it's
Oh. I didn't know they were forming that far down.
That just sucks.
I'm sorry, did you guys run out of things to talk about?
No, I was letting them finish.
No.
I wasn't sure if they were finished or not. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they were finished or not.
And I heard things about Father Dowling and all kinds of
Father Dowling.
I was letting them go, man. They had a little string going there.
They had a little ramble going. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and anyway, but Loose was filmed here. Yeah.
Oh, really?
In Colorado?
Yeah, up in Georgetown, Colorado.
Yep.
Why?
Well, they got.
Did he live in Colorado
They
at the
got a real
time?
chimpanzee problem there. So, or what was the orangutan?
Orangutan.
Yeah.
They put them to work, which is good.
Right turn, Clyde.
That's just weird. Why bother filming it in Colorado of all places? The movie didn't.
Well, they got to film it
require.
somewhere, and somebody there made them an offer they couldn't refuse. They said, "Look,
apparently
you said you need this, this,
Yeah,
and this.
like that.
Well, we got this, and this, and it's cheap."
Yep,
I guess so. I was just saying that there was nothing Colorado specific about that movie, was there?
No.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah,
Just
not really, right?
But where the big fight was at was filmed.
Yeah.
You know, that was filmed where they all flew in for the. That part was filmed in Colorado. I don't know that all of it
that
was,
was
but
filmed at
Right,
Georgetown.
but it could have been filmed anywhere.
Georgetown.
Is
Yeah, it could have been
is-
filmed
filmed
anywhere.
anywhere.
Canada.
Alon's point,
Yeah.
it could have been, yeah.
Yeah, it
Right.
could have been filmed on a movie lot some fucking where. You know what I mean?
I missed it. What movie?
You know,
It's all
any
all
which
about the
way you
money.
can.
They made it
Oh.
financially smart to do it there for whatever reason.
Right.
You
Where
know,
was
wasn't-
any
it's
which
not
way
that
was
far
Lewis
from-
filmed
it's,
then?
it's not that far from California, you know, for them to move.
I
A lot of
I
those
think
guys, a lot of those actors
principals-
live in California. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's probably more
Mm-hmm.
convenient for them than New York would have been.
No, but less convenient than California. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but California charges
tax
a
breaks.
shit ton of money for stuff. You know,
Yeah.
you know, there's
No,
a
they
lot
go-
of reasons why Hollywood's leaving Hollywood.
Yeah, I know. I was just, but that's in the '60s or whatever, '70s, right?
'70s.
Even then, I'm sure it was
70s, yeah.
cheaper to do it somewhere else.
I know you're probably right. Or my guess is that a producer was from there or something like that.
You know, if you watch those,
You know.
you watch those old, I mean, really old, Nosferatu old movies, soundless movies. You know, a lot of them were filmed in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania was like the old school Hollywood.
Hollywood,
That
yeah.
That makes sense because the projector was the movie camera was invented over that way.
It might have been, but it's the fact that it's less than 2 hours from New York City. It was very cheap there, you know.
Oh,
very,
yeah.
you know, very cheap and built up so that they had, if they needed
Electricity and shit.
they needed the electricity.
Yep.
Because it was a coal mining town. It was actually fairly, I don't say well-to-do, but it was middle class, you know, at least middle class, if not a little bit better, because it was thriving during the coal area, and it was less than 2 hours from New York. And of course, New York is ridiculous, price-wise, even back then. But anyway, yeah, a lot of those movies were filmed right. Those street shots are Main Street, Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. Why did they do it there? It was cheap and it was convenient. You know.
Well, that's where it started. If I remember my history right, the camera was invented around there. They just
Well,
the whole
I mean,
industry kind of
didn't
started there,
allegedly,
and then they moved
Edison
west.
Invent that or no?
Yeah, it feels like Edison was involved in that. Edison and
Well, that'd be
the
New Jersey,
Kodaks and whatever.
Menlo Park, New Jersey was where.
The Kodaks or whatever were involved, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Yeah. The Easton or whatever. I don't know. I forget. I could look it up, but it's not that important. You know, but it all started over there. And then in the World's Fair of 19 whatever the fuck is when they first had an actual something or other, which is sad they don't have those anymore, by the way.
Yeah.
I you know, they quit those when I was not even born yet, I
see?
think. And that's too bad because those were cool.
Now the smart city planners, politicians, whatever in Nevada are recognizing what's going on in Hollywood, and this is what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're courting them, you know.
Yeah.
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 Pretty smart.
So for 10 years they'll be in Vegas, and then they'll be looking for the next place, the next new Hollywood. You know?
Once Vegas thinks they got it in the bag and they start charging ridiculous money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
greedy.
a whole lot of other country around here. Take a look out your window.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of the scenes from, especially when you watch if you see any of the Hallmark stuff, of course, it's supposed to be New York City, and it's usually filmed in Toronto.
Mm-hmm. Toronto's a big one. Yep, Toronto's a big one. Yep.
Canada is a big one. A lot of popular TV series, Canada.
Are from
the big city stuff is all Toronto. Lloyd is exactly right.
How much sci-fi?
You think they're in LA or New York or something? Nope.
How much
They're in
sci-fi is done
Toronto.
in Canada because it costs too much money to do it in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Union wages up there are a lot different than they are down here.
Oh, you kidding me? Yeah. Not to mention the conversion rate.
Yeah. That's what they got to ask when they get one of those contracts. Is this going to be Canadian dollars or is this American dollars?
Yeah.
Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
paying
Take
in
what you
Canadian
get and go
dollars.
convert it to whatever you want.
Yeah.
Conversion rate. People just don't even grasp that. oh, it's $1.44 American to every dollar Canadian. Yeah, and the
Vice
prices
versa, but yeah.
and the prices reflect that. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just it's all relative. What if it's 10,000?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Then everything would be
No,
then a pack of gum would be $60,000 or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
You are mistaken, sir.
I am not.
I've lived overseas, and when the mark was 4 marks to $1, you could buy a damn 12-ounce beer for like 30 cents. You couldn't buy a 12-ounce beer for 30 cents in the U.S.
Well, you take advantage of it when it's on its way up or when it's on its way down.
Right. Yeah.
No, the local pricing doesn't reflect what our dollar is trading at, is what I'm saying.
How does the conversation every week devolve to arbitrage?
Arbitrage. Because we're a bunch of closet investors.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. No, I'm serious though. You could buy in New Mexico, you could buy 4 Coronas for $2 and shit. You know what I mean? Because they're still only paying, the Mexicans are paying 400 pesos for them or whatever the hell it is, right?
I thought you said New Mexico, and I'm going to say no. New Mexico use I'm
He did
Mexico. Yeah, Mexico.
Yeah.
So
he did say New Mexico, Lloyd. You're not going crazy.
Okay.
I did not say
we all
New
knew what he
Mexico.
meant. Roll it back.
Whatever.
Roll the tape.
I said Mexico.
And the only reason I picked
there ain't
up
no
on
way
it
I
is
said
because,
New Mexico.
All right. I'm gonna catch it.
Actually, Lon, you did say New Mexico.
Because that's where I was born. That's where my family's
back
from.
it up. Back it up. I may have used some kind of slur or something in between there when I was talking, but I wasn't not talking about New Mexico whatsoever.
Well,
I lived in El Paso for 5 years, almost 6 years.
I don't care.
Well, it could have been a Freudian slip, you know.
No.
No.
No, I don't have the world's
time.
best diction sometimes, so I probably just slurred it up or whatever. But anyway, yeah, the pricing is not reflective of where our dollar trades against other countries' currencies in other countries. You know what I mean? If the Aussie dollar drops another 20%, what Dominic is eating right now is not going to go up 20%. That doesn't make any sense. It's still going to, if he goes in and gets a Big Mac at McDonald's, it's still going to cost $3 Aussie dollars. It's not going to cost $3.50 because the pricing is different between Aussie dollars and American dollars. That's not how it works.
If you're damn lucky, you get a Big Mac for that cheap.
3 pence, three quid, 40 pence or whatever. I forget English money anymore. It's euros now, of course.
All right.
£5.50 for a Big Mac or something like that.
Yeah, they're about $9 over here.
Yeah.
Right. If it's a product that's purchased from the U.S. Okay.
I am so happy.
I'm happy for you.
That's the third time I held back urine and actually took.
Yay! He went tinkles.
No, some leaked.
Our son is growing up.
Some leaked, but
he made water
quite a bit. 3 times in a row.
Big boy. A big boy.
No, I know. Fuck
We're so proud.
No, it isn't, Kitty. It is not.
What?
It's not.
What? I still think I'm right with the Canadian dollar thing and the
no, we're still arguing about it, but it's not how it works.
Are you still arguing about
something that's purchased from the U.S.
That's why if you're a Mexican worker, you get paid $50,000 whatever a week because the money is so weak. It's well now
there's inflation and whatnot. I understand all of that.
No, it's because you just as a out of the left field example, you said it costs $1 for something. It might cost 400 pesos. All right, let's say that's true. Well, that means for every dollar that guy earns, he gets 400 pesos. I mean, it's all. That's why
he's not earning dollars. He's earning pesos.
Pesos, exactly. I'm talking about value. Hold on. What's Don trying to share?
It still has the same value in Mexico, for God's sakes. If you're renting an apartment for 50,000 pesos a month, and the dollar goes starts trading better against the peso on the international
Starts
market,
right. You
your
take
apartment
advan- you
rent
take
doesn't
it-
go up 500 pesos next month.
No,
That is not how that works.
You take advantage of it when it's on the rise, and you
That's
and you
only
take
in
advantage of the
international
Mexican
trade.
peso when it's on the drop.
You guys won't listen to what I'm saying. In international trade, it makes a difference. Not in your interior goods. How the hell does that? Your interior goods.
Well, you the one that brought up buying a beer for 30 cents.
That's true.
Yeah, because it was 4 marks to $1 at the time. Now it's $1.50 a beer because the dollar trades lower against the mark. It's like 1 to 1 or whatever now. So you would pay. You would pay.
Focusing on a dollar. Wow. Ow.
There is
I'm
no.
focusing on a dollar because I'm an American, but the Germans are still paying a mark for a beer.
It's a euro now.
Yeah,
a euro, whatever. You know what I'm saying, though.
Let's move on.
The Germans are still paying a euro for a beer. If I get 2 euros to $1, if I get €1 to $1, the Germans are still buying a beer for a euro. That's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't change.
And their pay reflects that.
Buy beer for 10.
Like if we make somebody makes $50,000.
Right.
Over there, it would be $50,000 times whatever their exchange rate is for whatever their unit is. So it wouldn't be 50,000; it'd be 350,000 or whatever. It's all relative. I understand.
Thank you, Tom.
I understand when it gets stronger, when the dollar gets stronger, you get to take advantage of that. That's what people do when they trade currencies, is they take advantage of that.
Yeah. If I go over there, but the average, whatever country you want to talk about, their life is the same, though. Just because our dollar trades different against the Filipino peso doesn't mean that Art's girlfriend pays more for a fucking sandwich at the restaurant.
Because our dollar trades better against their dollar because their economy is weakening. Since their economy is weakening, and it's reflected in what they're paid. When dollars become less valuable, you have to spend more dollars to get the same amount of goods. Same thing happens over there. When their economy weakens.
That's inflation. That's different. That has nothing to do.
It's all part of it.
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
Something else. We're not economic majors.
No, but it has some reflection on your interior country's inflation may be reflective of what's going on in the global market. I don't disagree with that. What I'm saying is, in generally speaking,
and the guy said, "Well, that costs you 400 pesos." Wow, that seems like a lot. Nah, it's only 30 cents, and he throws his 400 pesos on the counter because that's all it's worth. Yeah. That's all it's worth. It's worth the beer.
If you had no trade with another country,
Lloyd's shaking his head. He gets it.
I get it. Yeah.
If your beer is made in Germany, and you're German working a job, and you go buy the beer today, and you go buy the beer a week from now, what the American dollar is trading against the beer has nothing to do with what you pay for a German beer in Germany.
Yeah, but the American dollar also rises and falls. I mean, next week you could be paying more for your beer.
But
no, you won't.
Lon,
not a German citizen's not.
No, you are. But to stop jumping between people.
I'm not talking about me.
We're talking about taking advantage of the currency.
You were talking about.
No, I was just making an example.
When you were in Germany, it was 30 cents for a beer, and that's what I'm talking about. I thought it was 30
and that's
cents
what you were saying when you were in Germany.
It might have been 3 marks to them.
And now it's $1 a beer, but the Germans are still paying a mark for a beer, or a euro in this case, obviously.
I don't know.
But if they were still using marks,
because that's
if
their
it cost
economy.
a mark today.
And that's what Bill was trying to say. As an American soldier, you were at the advantage because you were being paid in American dollars and trading against them, which the marks were, less or better.
I'm not arguing against that.
Which is what Bill was saying.
That's not what I'm arguing.
Well, that's the way you started it.
So we started about wages between if you had a Canadian gaffer or whatever on a movie production, and he was paid 100,000 Canadian dollars versus 100,000 American dollars.
No, well, I started that when I made the joke about if I got a job in the movie, are you going to pay me in American dollars, or are you going to pay me in Canadian dollars?
Right.
And that's
And it doesn't matter. They'll pay you what they pay you, and that day you can go down and exchange it for American dollars.
Exchange it for whatever it's worth. Yeah, which is what Bill was saying. So
right. I mean, you could look at 100 Canadian dollars and say this is worth 66 American dollars. Whatever.
Yeah.
I
Right.
just got paid 66
Yeah.
American dollars. It's all relative.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, that wasn't my
Anyway,
point.
so
Though. I
how
was
about
saying
that
to the
drone
people
meetup?
living in that
But
country. Yeah.
Yeah, how about that drone meetup?
Okay, fine. How
Yeah.
about them drones?
How about them drones? Yeah, how about them drones?
So, Bill, are you not going to have yours for sale?
I don't know.
Okay.
I still don't know. Probably.
Well, I'm
Probably
going to
could-
bring the
probably
money
could-
anyway, so I
probably
might
could-
find.
Well, fuck you then.
I
No,
would
right.
buy that from you. No, I mean I would buy it from you, but if you don't feel like selling it, I'll still
Well,
have
no,
the money. So yeah.
no, John. If I sold it, it was because it was you.
Well, okay.
Sell what?
Yeah.
I'll still have a Mini 2, and I'll still have my FPV, and then I'll
Yeah.
probably buy something. You know.
There you go.
What are you looking for, Lloyd?
Oh, I was going to. Bill was
Take my
going to
customer
upgrade.
now. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, Bill was going to upgrade, and he had his Air
Air
2S that he was going to basically sell it, and so we talked about it, and I said, yeah, I'd like to get it. You know, so
My Air 2S with the brand new case and the 3 literally brand new batteries.
I know. Yeah.
Just those 3 batteries were 370. I bought them from DJI.
Well, yeah, you were ordering all that stuff on the show while we were all watching when you
Yep.
upgraded. So,
Yeah.
so we know what you did. Yeah.
Yeah, but the drone's fine. You know, it's not a. It's
Oh yeah.
It's a good drone.
Probably more than I would need. You know, probably more than I'd need anyways. But
the launch selling is Air 3S.
Okay.
So
So, do you guys think there is a secret city underneath the pyramids?
yes, no,
No.
Yeah.
no. When I think below the pyramids, there's a lot of construction down there because the pyramids were used for energy.
Yeah. Well, when I went,
they were used as a power source.
well, that's where my great uncle's buried at. When I was at his funeral, it was down. You know, back. It
Under a
wasn't that
pyramid?
tall when they built. Yeah, they weren't that tall when he was buried. You know, they did all that afterwards. You know, other people moved in and they made them pyramids so tall. It's like very ostentatious. He wasn't that kind of a guy.
His uncle is Pharaoh.
See, it's funny Don brings it up because they've discovered all kinds of tunnels and
Mhm.
construction under. that
No,
they
no,
believe-
no,
They
no.
believe they've
Someone
discovered.
scanned and they say that the data shows there are tunnels.
Right. That's right. That's correct.
And they
They
took
haven't, they haven't opened it up or anything. They won't let them. But I mean, it's a big belief that those were used by the Anunnaki. Anybody know what that is? Aliens that came here and taught us how to produce energy with these pyramids.
they're tunnels that lead to Atlantis.
Yeah.
Atlantis is in South America. It's in Central America. So get over yourself. They think now that's the thing. They found they got the Bimini Road. They got all got all these roads and buildings under the ocean there, and that now that's the scuttlebutt that they believe that's Atlantis. Atlantis wasn't the only major civilization, if it actually existed, wasn't the only civilization that was around back then. The ones
that's where
that became Mayans later.
Mayans, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the Mayans, yeah.
The original settlers of this country.
What was the name of the people that allegedly lived there? That civilization it was allegedly in South America, Don.
Incas.
The Incas, the Aztecs, the
Not
Toltecs,
Mayans, not
Mayans.
Aztecs. No.
No, it was before any of those.
20,000 years ago, before we supposedly had civilization. There were 3 major civilizations allegedly that were very advanced.
Yeah, I don't
Gotta
know.
start
I've
watching
said
the
the 3 I thought.
Don't forget the Hittites and the Cellulites.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It was the Asgard.
And the Philistines.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
And the
whatever.
Philippines too. Yeah.
And the Philanders.
And the Flanders and the Phalanges.
The Good Samaritans.
Yeah, when the
Samaritans.
Philistines married to people from Flanders, they became Philanderers.
Right. The Philanders. Yeah. And that's why you have red poppies there.
This all supposedly happened before the Younger Dryas period, where the Earth supposedly got, the Earth got inundated with the flood. I think that the stories in all the religions around the world about the Great Flood are true, but they had their own take on it, and that was later on called the Younger Dryas, I guess. And then it was passed down, and it became religious dogma, not just Christian, by the way.
No, there's a lot of ancient religions.
Same story.
Yeah,
the world got inundated by a flood. Lon's having a nice little conversation with the chat.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think the city underneath the pyramids is bullshit.
You don't think there's tunnels down there?
I think it was anomalies in the scan.
It could be. Yeah.
And
I never thought that there were cities. I
Not
think
to
they were
be
maintenance tunnels.
confused with anemones.
Maintenance what? What's to maintain?
To
various crypts.
The pyramid.
Yeah.
Apparently, supposedly the pyramid produced energy.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
This
Allegedly.
no evidence of that either.
It's alleged.
The pyramid was just built as a tomb.
Really, because not one single pyramid has ever had a mummy in it. Not one pyramid has ever had anybody entombed.
That's because they couldn't find the tunnels.
Oh, okay. I get it. All the pyramids that were ever built, they just didn't find them tomb. Including the pyramids in South America.
Yep.
All around the world, there was nobody entombed in these pyramids.
Cambodia.
But that's because they couldn't find them.
Yep.
Right. Cambodia. Yep.
What?
What?
Angkor Wat. Yeah, that's
Angkor Wat. There you go.
Angkor Wat. Yeah. What?
Well, you thought that they found mummies and tombs inside pyramids?
Yeah, I just looked it up.
No, there weren't any.
Oh wow, what just happened?
I don't know.
We got an echo, or we did.
Yes, Egyptian pyramids were primarily built as royal tombs, specifically for pharaohs and their consorts during the Old and Middle Kingdom periods.
Okay, and who was actually buried in one?
All of them.
King
No,
they were plundered well before we got there.
Buried inside the pyramids, absolutely not. They in front of the pyramids or nearby them, they had burial chambers. They were not buried inside those pyramids. None of them.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
according to
I
these
see it. I go to a cemetery and I see a big headstone. I don't assume the body is inside of it.
Oh, that's what it is. They're giant headstones. Got it.
No.
Well, there's more evidence to that than that there's some sort of magical battery.
Well, no, I don't believe that, Chris. Were their bodies found in the pyramids?
Why would it be magical?
Yeah, according to this, it says.
Okay. Any technology sufficiently advanced would appear as magic to an inferior civilization. Therefore,
that's why you think it's magical.
Arthur C. Clarke.
You're talking about some sort of advanced technology far beyond our understanding.
No, not
that we can't.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then there's how would it work mechanically? How would the pyramid work?
I'll pull it up and show you.
Yeah.
Starlink.
Magic.
Magic. Define magic.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, this is how they bullshit you. Yes, pyramids were designed as tombs for Egyptian royalty, with pharaohs like Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure entombed within them, specifically in the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid of Giza. The king's chamber was in front of the pyramid, not in it.
Ugh.
It was. It's
okay.
Not,
well, let me read you what I just found.
Pyramid itself.
Okay. What they're saying, and I hear what you're saying, and what they're saying is that
They were plundered.
No complete mummies were found, but lots of human remains were found.
Sure. The people that were building the damn thing.
And some mummified remains have been found.
They
think they were looted. They think they were looted. They found
of
like
course that's what they said.
caskets or whatever
they
you call
they were
them.
looted. Yeah,
The
I know. I'm
Pharaoh's
looking right
yard
now.
was locked in the
So they
pyramid.
were found by the looters.
Well, if they were looted, then
They started
I don't
it.
understand. Why are we finding all the pharaohs in other areas, other places besides?
Yeah.
Well, who says those
is
are the
it-
pharaohs?
Who is in there to be looted?
In the burial grounds.
Their little name tag said
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
They're saying that, and yet they're still finding the tombs of the actual pharaohs. So who was in the fucking tombs?
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was more
Well,
important.
if you look it up,
No, they're in the sarcophagus first. They were put into the sarcophagus, and then the sarcophagus was put into the burial chamber.
Which was not
I
in
don't
the
know.
actual pyramid.
Mm.
It was in one of the outer chambers.
Well,
Yeah.
if you say so. But at one point, they found so many mummies, people were burning them for heat. They were
Yes,
burning
and they would
mummies for
also
heat.
put them in to fuel the trains too.
Yeah.
They were throwing
they
them
were
in
burning
instead
them.
of coal.
Yep. So there were lots of fucking mummies found. Now where? I don't know. Fuck, I don't care really.
How the hell did the mummies fuck?
Oh, we got.
Well, you said they were fucking mummies. Is that
No,
different
I
from
said
a regular mummy?
Yes.
Bill.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
MILF. Is that what MILF stands for?
You can't.
Yeah.
Mummies, I'd like to.
Legwork modeling, I think it is.
No, it's and plus the preservation of mummies wasn't as good as people think too, and a lot of them probably we're talking thousands of years. A lot of them just deteriorated. They disappeared. Disappeared is not the right word, but you know what I mean.
They
were just basically
deteriorated was the right word.
No, decomposed.
Decomposed is probably the best word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
decomposed.
No,
There was
that's
nothing
what
left. They're using
Those
cotton swatting and they're
20
using all
years.
organic material, right? So it would all break down over time.
Mm.
So, yeah, they found tons of mummies. Now, whether or not they were in the pyramid or not, I don't want to get into the weeds. I don't know. I can't speak to that.
I saw a video today. This guy it's called, I think it's called piranha acid, and it's like a couple different. You put it together. When you put these two together, it starts boiling, or you heat it up, and then it comes to boil. And the guy stuck a drumstick in there, a raw chicken leg, and he expected the meat to be stripped off it, but instead it actually, completely destroyed the bone on it. And I'm thinking, that's a good way to get rid of bodies. Just that kind
Is that
of
how
acid.
boneless wings are made?
Yeah.
It only destroys the bone and not the meat.
Your ears, Faith.
That's how they make boneless wings.
Yeah, that's how you.
Boneless wings are chicken nuggets. Or chicken tenders, sorry.
Yeah, don't get me started.
That's good.
Boneless
Yeah.
wings are fucking nuggets. They're not wings.
Well, I've never
chicken
seen.
tenders.
We can ask Alexis, because she. Where are the chicken nuggets? What part of that chicken is it? It's on the roosters, obviously.
It's the white meat. I
Unless
just
you're
watched a video
McDonald's.
on YouTube about that, and Tyson is the one that makes the chicken McNuggets. And there was actually a tour given of their facilities.
That was a really bad joke, and she completely right.
Well,
She took it seriously. That's good.
I was
Take you
watching
seriously,
in
Lloyd.
the room. I told Faith
Yeah.
to cover her ears.
The chicken.
Yeah.
My chick.
Tastes like chicken.
It depends on where you get your nuggets, by the way. Not all of them are the white meat. Not all are white meat, man.
Yeah.
Not all of them are chicken.
It's a slurry. It's a slurry, you know what I mean? Like those dino bites or whatever. Dude, that isn't like dino cut breast pieces, man. It's a slurry. It's gross to watch made. That's one of the things you don't want to see how the sausage is made, you know what I mean? Because it is pretty gross. It is pretty gross. It's like a chicken slurry. I was in that factory a couple weeks ago.
That's
pretty
cut-
gross.
Yeah.
Cut, form,
Yeah,
and
my-
pressed. Yeah.
My mate from
Yeah.
Adelaide said, he says, how do you Yanks ever expect to get rid of, prejudice and racism? He says, even your chicken is divided in white meat or dark meat. Says, You divide everything. How are you supposed to get past that? Instead of the front part and the back part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. Good point.
That's not a good point. That's not a good point. Get out of here. Yeesh.
Yeah. Even the way we order chicken is racist. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill.
What?
Yes.
I don't know. You haven't said anything for a minute. I was making sure you're still breathing over there.
There's the link in the chat. Look at that. There you go.
Is it something gross?
No. Well, for a chicken.
Yeah.
LWM modeling. Hello.
Yeah.
And do you recognize the Oreo guy?
Mr. Kitty.
You recognize
Jackie Chan?
No, it's the guy that used to be on Mythbusters, and he's now dead.
Grant Imahara?
Yeah.
Oh,
Grant Imahara.
I saw a video of him just the other day. Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
When?
Yeah. Takahara. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that's actually a video of a tour
Of the Tyson
showing how the
facility.
chicken
She said
McNuggets
they're one of 5 facilities that make chicken nuggets. She didn't say whether they were also Tyson.
No, we have a
they
Tyson
originally
factory
said
right here.
McNuggets.
Huh?
They originally said McNuggets, which is McDonald's.
I know.
Right.
So there's how they were made.
I just said what I said was she said right off the bat, I was looking at it, I was watching it. This is one of 5 facilities that make chicken McNuggets for McDonald's.
Okay.
Is what she said.
Mm.
No, she didn't say that those other 4 facilities were Tyson facilities. She just said we're one of 5.
Oh.
You didn't watch the whole video though either, did you?
No, I didn't because I got a string to run.
Because he doesn't care.
Anyway, I just think that if there were all Tyson facilities, she might have bragged about that and said it. One of 5
you might not have.
facilities. I would think McDonald's is a smart enough business to get it from whatever the cheapest fucking place you can get it from. That'd be where we get it from. How much? Okay, we're there. All white meat? Okay. Chicken?
Yeah, I personally
Chicken not necessary, just white. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I personally really appreciated Mr. Rogers' show when he would go to factories, how it's made factories. I always liked those little segments because I always wondered how shit was made. I'm that kind of person. I always want to know how shit's made. I'm always taking shit apart. I used to love those little sequences.
Here today with my friend.
With my friend.
She skywrites in her airplane.
She
How
knows
does this work?
She knows how to slice a chicken's neck and put it over a funnel until it bleeds.
That looks tasty.
My mother did that. For like
we
a
all make
summer.
fun of his,
She was
the way
a chicken
Mr. Rogers
killer.
is soft spoken, but I actually popped it open the other night when the little girl was not sleeping when they were at the hospital. Theodore was being born. I was home with the little girl and she wouldn't go to sleep, so I put on Mr. Rogers on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
So we watched a ton of episodes of Mr. Rogers, and I was sitting there like, he was just really a sweet guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
he
was
had
a nice
controversy.
guy. Yeah, I guess.
There was actually controversy around him.
What's that?
Yeah, it was all bullshit, though. I would think.
I hear he had a temper. He's an ex-Marine, right? I think he was a
ex-Marine.
commando.
Yeah.
I think he was a commando. He was a combat Marine, I believe.
They said the same thing about
Ex-combat.
Captain Kangaroo.
Apparently, something happened that turned him into this. My
No,
mother,
what it was
told me
was he-
one summer she worked on a farm. This is in New Jersey, and that was that was her job, was to you grab the chicken, break its neck, slice its throat, and then shove it upside down into a funnel and let it drain into the bottle. And that's what she did. My wonderful.
Oh, wow.
She's such a sweet woman. She was.
Yeah.
She was. Not every
You gotta do
woman
what you
could-
gotta do.
Not every woman could pick up a live thing and break its neck.
Yeah.
100 years ago, they could.
I
They didn't eat.
I saw a mouse
200 years
by my
ago.
foot once, and I was wearing boots, and I stomped on it, and its guts squirted across my driveway, and it actually bothered me. Not a lot.
Well,
you're not on my team during a zombie apocalypse, Bill. Just so you know,
and squirting across my driveway.
it probably bothered you because you can't make a mouse, but you destroyed one.
yeah, that's what
And
it
if you
was.
can't make a mouse, why would you destroy one?
Well, whatever. You're not on the team for when the zombie apocalypse. Just so you know, you're not on the team. I need stone cold killers.
Well, this
for
mouse
the
kept
team.
getting in the house. I had to get rid of it. So
Yeah,
gotta go. Can't belong in here. And by the way, that was a lot nicer than what would have happened to you if my dog caught you.
Yeah. I had a dog that was a mouser. Man, he was better than the cat.
Yeah.
No, I found a rat in the backyard that one of my dogs got. I find bunnies all the time. Actually, sometimes they drag them into the house. My lovely Shih Tzus.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. They're so nice. And nothing's allowed to be alive in my backyard.
That's the same with James' dog, Marianne, with little lizards. He likes to grab them and start eating them.
Well, my dog likes to play with them. We got lots of lizards here, and she catches.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we do. And she catches them, and then like my wife called it a one that she looks up, and there's a tail sticking out of her mouth, going like. So she's not killing it. She's just having fun with that fucker. I swear to God, they die of fear. You know what I mean? They just have a heart attack.
Well, you never had a live lizard in your mouth?
Plays with them until they're dead. No, I've never had a lot lizard in my mouth or a live one.
A live lizard? Yeah. You should try it. Life is about new experiences, Bill.
But these are sweet little, lap dogs,
Yeah.
They're killers, man. All those pets in everybody's house.
She's caught birds. You got to be fast. She actually, I think she's part cat because I've seen her in the yard creeping up on something.
Oh, there went that drink.
Up. No, it was empty.
And his pants stayed dry until now.
I almost broke it, Alexis.
Oh, yeah.
I almost broke it. It came rolling off the counter.
Wow, those are rare commodities there, buddy.
Still got it's my last one.
Buddy.
I got my last one. They break kind of easy. What was I saying? Just sneak up, paw in front of paw, sneaking up on a fucking bird in the back. She'll get them too. Not all the not real often, but she'll get them.
Those pigeons are pretty dumb.
Yeah, I guess you should see this cute little furry little fur ball just along the lawn. You should probably be concerned. But
my Chihuahua will go to point on a mouse, and we got mice really bad around here, so I'm constantly picking up dead mice that she's caught and drops in the living room, and I go pick them up, put them, I put out poisons and everything. And they actually there's one mouse that actually
you want her to stop doing that right in front of her, throw it back out in the yard because you taking it and keeping it, she feels like she's feeding you.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's a present.
They love you.
No, she loves you, and she's paying it forward.
Yeah.
Anything you want me else to kill, boss? But no, that little Shih Tzu dragged a rabbit, good sized rabbit, nearly as big as her. She's a 20-pound dog, but this is a pretty big fucking rabbit, and she dragged it through the doggy door into the garage, and then through the doggy door into the house, and it had no head.
Oh, of course.
So she already started to clean it. She already started to clean it for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that was nice of her. That was very sweet, very thoughtful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very tasty.
I guess I have no idea what happened to the head to that rabbit. We never found it.
You know what I forgot I was going to say about this whole pyramid thing? I know, bringing it back, but
oh boy,
the pyramids were built like 5,000 years ago. Yeah. The pyramids were built 5,000 years ago. How many of the graves outside in your city right now do you think are still going to be there in 5,000 years? I'm just saying, so.
Ron, why did you bring it back? You saw how quiet Bill got last time we talked about it.
I don't want to talk about it
anymore.
anymore.
That's why. Just kidding.
How about them pyramids?
Yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, well, the pyramids were built like 5,000 years ago. So we only started digging them up 100 years ago, 200 years ago, maybe
More than that,
Still
but
can't afford.
it's still
500 years ago. I don't care. 1,000 years ago, it was still 4,000 years old.
Yeah, but they look like shit now.
You know, I know, right? No, what's up with that? Would they would think they would keep that shit up? No, they stripped them for the lime and all kinds of shit, right, Don? They were covered in lime, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
They stripped them for the lime and
but yeah,
stuff.
they were covered in lime. Some of them had gold tips
gold tips and stuff. Yeah.
on the top or brass.
They were looted pretty heavily.
Yeah.
I would imagine once the big regime ended, the empire ended, they got pretty much stripped. I bet the Romans came in and probably stole a bunch of it.
What have the Romans ever done for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, or the Greeks. Maybe it was the Greeks.
Or it was the
Who hit
Hittites.
Egypt first, the Greeks or the Romans?
The Greeks
You
were
what?
older. The Greeks were before the Romans, but
Greeks were before the Romans, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
But
the
Romans
did-
spoke Greek.
and the Greeks invaded. That's where Cleopatra's
Cleopatra? Yeah.
grandfather, great grandfather, whatever. He was. Help me, Don.
Charlemagne?
No,
I don't know.
no, it starts with an L.
Alexander?
Charlotte.
Alexander?
No, it starts with
I'm
an
just
L.
guessing, right?
region
I'm
of Greece that
literally
he was
just
from.
I'm literally just doing what I need.
Alexander was from. He wasn't from Greece.
No, he was from Macedonia. or
Mesopotamia.
Yeah.
He was, Philip of Macedon, and his son was Alexander the Great.
Right, they invaded. Yeah, they were long gone when the Romans got there.
Okay. I wonder why. They just integrated into the population. They didn't actually leave, right?
Well,
they just kind of integrated into the population.
Back home, I mean, they were fighting the Mesopotamians, whatever. The Greek Empire kind of faded a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, after Alexander, because he had no heirs, he died young, and his kingdom, as it is, was split and divided into four and different. Yes, kingdom. Don't make fun of the way I talk. Yeah,
he divided
Alexander
his grandchildren or his children, whatever, and all they did was fight over who the ruler was, and it just fell apart.
Yeah,
fair.
Bill, did you ever get one of these?
A mug?
I've got lots of mugs.
Oh, from South. It's his flying club. Yeah,
No, I do
Mike.
not.
Oh,
You didn't really?
No,
that's not Mike.
I've got this South Florida
Okay.
club.
Well, if I come, I'll bring you one if you want it.
Sure.
Mike gave me one of his T-shirts.
yeah, but that's
I'm gonna make you come. You get stuff.
Art. That cup's not by Mike. He's Tex Art's drone guy.
Oh,
That
yes,
was-
that's right. Yeah, but
It just
okay.
had the Texas flag on it, but that's from when Alexis had her flying club.
Ah, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I thought he was talking about he got a lanyard. So we had lanyards as well.
Well,
Is that what you were talking about, Art, or were you talking about Texas?
No, he was talking about Tex Art's drone guy, Michael Wright.
Michael.
Yeah. Yeah,
His
they
logo,
said,
his logo in that one looks similar because they have the state
Yeah.
of Texas.
right.
Sorry
Okay.
about that, Bill. I didn't mean
He's
to
an
interrupt and
architect.
talk over you.
What?
I didn't mean to talk over you. I
I
apologize.
don't remember. Was I talking?
I thought you were.
Probably not.
No.
I mean, I could have been.
I
don't
You're
know.
a teetotaler. What do you got? Like 3 glasses of wine in you?
Yeah.
You're getting to be a lightweight, buddy.
I hadn't had a drink in 5 weeks, man.
I was saying you gotta get light. You gotta light it up. You gotta get lightweight.
Well, that and I ate an entire gummy. So like,
Oh,
geez,
there you go.
Oh yeah.
That's why he got quiet. Yeah.
No. I'm here with you guys. I'm here. That stuff doesn't.
He
have
was
the effect on me.
contemplating his belly button for a minute. It's like,
belly button's itchy
there
because
could be another universe in there.
big old scar.
I bet, no, here's the thing, you guys.
I know that
I'm
feeling.
looking at my belly button and how they triangulate to my nipples, and I'm thinking these might be like power generators of some sort.
Yeah.
We'll put some battery clips on it and find out.
I was going to say,
Let's find out. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
If only I could replace the gold tips that were on those and the limestone.
There's explanations online as to how they figured it worked. I don't feel like going into it.
Yeah.
But if you
No,
had that, and you got
silly.
triangulation, and then below it, you got the power source.
okay.
D's right here. D's nuts.
Cool.
Oh yeah,
These nuts.
I call my penis Steven because that's the hair weight of Steven.
Steven. Yeah. Ancient pyramid theorists or ancient alien theorists believe. I love that. Yeah, that little
Aliens.
statement before. Yeah, that little statement before
the Book of Enoch.
Little pre-statement.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the what do they call that?
It's the Book of Enoch.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, any three things triangulate, Cool Cat. That is true. That's why
Otherwise,
a three-legged
it would be
stool
a
is the most
quadrant.
stable kind of stool you can have.
Could be quadrangulate if it's 4 things.
How's that? What if you have 20 legs on your stool? You're saying that a 3-legged stool would be more stable than a 20-legged stool?
On uneven ground, yes.
Yeah.
A 3-legged stool will always have all 3 legs on the ground.
Right.
A 4-legged stool can wobble.
Yep.
A 3-legged
I don't
stool
know
will
every
not wobble.
3-legged stool I've ever been on wobbles.
A 3-legged stool will not
the
wobble.
base is going to be crooked. What?
No,
It won't wobble though.
It won't wobble. All 3 feet will hit the ground. It won't wobble.
That's true.
That's why we have tripods, not quad pods.
This will tip over though. Yeah,
Depends
I'm
on
looking
how you
at it.
set it.
I can make
but-
one leg longer.
Yeah, if you try and set it on a wall, it's going to fall down. But on
No.
uneven terrain,
Mm-hmm.
a 3-legged stool will set more solid than a 4-legged stool.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
I'd off it because it'd be sloping, but yeah.
Well, so would a 4-legged stool, and it would be wobbly and sloping.
Well, here's a question.
So
Why
you
why
got
did
to take that out of it.
Right. If you've had any wobbly 4-legged table or stool, you'll notice that you can have it sit stably on 3 legs at
Yeah,
one
if you have
That's
4
right.
legs,
One
you're
leg
going to have a
is
loose
always-
stool, and nobody likes a loose stool.
Right. Yeah.
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 well, you get to a certain age you do. You know?
About that.
You guys, some people are lucky to have a stool at all.
You know,
Exactly.
Like if you're leveling a
Or if you
washing
just had
machine
certain
or something.
surgeries, if you've had certain surgeries, you might prefer a loose stool over a harder stool.
Softens.
I'm just saying, if you're going out to the barn to milk a cow, you're going to be carrying a 3-legged stool, or you're stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know how smart you are that's what you're doing for a living to begin with, but yeah.
Did I say you're doing it as a
I don't-
living?
I'm sorry.
I said if you're going out to the barn to milk a cow, it could be a hobby.
It could be a hobby.
Yeah. Valid point.
That was a terrible thing to say. I
I-
didn't mean that. I totally respect our farmers and what they do for us.
Sure you do. The
That was-
truth
that
comes
was-
out. And vino veritas.
That was a bad
In
joke.
vino
and I'm
veritas.
sorry. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was sorry.
If
And
you're doing it
vino
for a living,
veritas.
you're probably going to be using a milking machine anyway.
It'd have to be a hobby. Yeah.
They work very
That's
hard.
my hobby. What do you do for fun, bud? Well, milk cows and
You could have a cow.
When I'm feeling frisky, I milk a goat.
collect stamps. Collect stamps, you know. Go to the movies once a week and milk cows. Random cows. At people's places when they're not home.
Driving down the
but
road.
see,
Oh, look, there's a
we
cow.
could be
I'll
a
go milk
team
it.
because you can milk the cows and I can do this.
Oh, yeah.
Why does this cow only have one
I can-
udder? It's so weird.
I'll make the butter.
It's like
not
on
very
the
much
movie.
milk came out. It took forever.
Yeah,
Pretty much milk came out.
No, I
It's
wasn't.
not
I
just
wasn't-
this. You
no,
have to
you're
get the
milking.
squeeze.
No, you're milking. I'm making butter.
Okay, gotcha.
Gotcha. There you go.
It's like on the movie Atari when they get those goats, and Red Buttons is trying to milk that goat to get for the elephants, you know. And John Wayne says, "No, that's first off, that's not a girl goat. You know, that's the wrong kind of goat. You're trying to milk." I'm going, wow, that was kind of a little twisted in a early 1960s movie, and they got by with that.
Well, they got away with a lot of sexual innuendo back in the 60s and 70s, though, in my opinion. The 50s, too, with some of the songs that came out and whatever. They were so blatantly sexual, but they just used euphemisms in there.
That, 1929, I believe, was when
the code.
No, Robert Johnson recorded. What was it?
Oh, yeah.
You can squeeze my lemons, baby, till the juice runs down my leg. That was one of his songs that he recorded.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty aggressive.
There's always been any media that's ever been has been used for pornography or lewdness. Period.
Did hey Don, do you think that Robert Johnson sold his soul so he could learn to play better?
No.
No, you know.
I
Okay.
think he practiced.
Oh, it's that. Yeah, that's what most people, or that's what I think anyway.
You know, you're assuming his soul has any value whatsoever.
Well, you know, that's the
the devil's never come to me because
value. If you go back to the
yes,
is that the
he just picked up a cyber beast.
That's the Billy Mobile.
Yep.
You see the light? Is that the light bar on top? It's supposed to have a light bar. I don't see it though. Hey, where's the fucking light bar? Anyway, you got the hubcaps and everything.
Don't you understand? It's gonna go beep, 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 and then the light bar is gonna pop up out of the top.
All right. No,
Very
it's supposed to be
cool.
mounted to the top, I believe.
There you go.
Ask him where his fucking light bar is. At least he's got the hubcaps, though. A lot of them were released without the hubcaps. Oh, yeah.
That's right, Michael.
I think it's amazing that a vehicle that expensive has hubcaps.
He's out running around. He got out of the truck long enough to take a picture. That's pretty funny. He's gonna live in that thing for the next 3 days.
Be careful. There's a bunch of lunatics out there that might attack his truck and call him a Nazi.
They're not really. That might be a smelly ride for you because I think he's gonna be living in it for a few days, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be married to that thing for a minute.
Yeah, they're watching movies, popping popcorn, sleeping in it.
Yeah. And I don't want to say why, but he's going to be taking a little trip up to Canada in the next few days.
Hey, I still got my Make America Great Again Trump 2024 on my back of my truck, and nobody's touched.
You're in Florida.
Yeah,
you're in Florida.
Well, I've got one on the back of mine.
Well, you know, it was close. We only won by 13 points. You know, it was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Florida's in play. Remember they were talking about that? Florida's in play. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, well,
for about
we're talking Texas
30
was
seconds.
In play.
Yeah.
Texas was like 14 points. Yeah, we're 13 points. It's in play. Iowa is going to go to, you know, they had a poll that showed that she was going to win Iowa. And she lost it by like 16 points.
I mean, if you guys want to talk politics, one of the funniest things I've seen recently is all of a sudden it's okay to question elections. Because they're all running around questioning the election and claiming cheating and saying that Elon fixed it and stuff like that. But just 4 years ago, it was a treason, basically, to question an election. It's just kind of funny.
And 8 years ago, Hillary was raising hell and said that he stole the election.
And in 2008, it was okay too, or 2004 or whatever.
Hillary has said that within the last 2 years, by the way. She's still saying it.
Still saying it, yeah. But yet
when in 2000 it was okay too. Yeah,
exactly. Al Gore and the hanging chads.
Yeah. So
you've only counted the votes in Florida 4 times. We got to do it again. I mean, it was just insane.
Well, that is what I said. That's what I said initially. That's what I hate. This one side does it, it's okay. The other side does it, it's bad. You know, I hate that. I hate that. I'm sorry. I don't care what the two sides are. I don't care.
Well, I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying. It's like, oh my effing God.
There's no evidence. Well, it's just because nobody's investigated. I love when they say that there's no evidence something occurred. Have you investigated it? No. Well, that's why there's no fucking You know, there's never going to be evidence if you don't look into it. You got to find the evidence. It doesn't just fall out of the coconut tree, y'all. Like someone said, you know. I don't know. See, there was things. I went to bed thinking he won.
Maverick for Canada reasons.
He was ahead in Philadelphia by like 80,000 votes, and then he lost by the morning.
Right.
So tell me, you know, if that doesn't smell funny to you, and it's his response, and it's any candidate's responsibility when something like that happens to the millions and millions of dollars that were paid to them, and the millions and millions of people that voted for them to make sure that they didn't get ripped off. It's his responsibility.
Not fair.
You know, say, oh, he only did it for his ego. I don't care if he did it for his ego. That doesn't matter. It's still his responsibility to make sure and that we had a fair election, a fair and free election. I mean, that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do.
You know, like when he was elected the first time, Hillary, of course, she wouldn't even concede until the next day.
Right.
And then you had people like De Niro going on and trying to get the electorates for the electoral college. You know, use your conscience, change your vote. You know, it's like
that's okay.
That's not an insurrection. You know,
no, that's perfectly fine, Lloyd.
Yeah, I know.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, that's what is annoying to me. Hey, Mavic 4 Canada reasons. Mavic 4 Canada reasons are we're having a hell of a time getting flagship drones in this country. It's crazy because the little stuff seems to not be that big of a deal. The Neo and stuff I got in a day. Pocket 3 I got in a couple of days or whatever. The Osmo 7 I got in a day. But the Air 3S I waited a week and a half, and the entire time it was like nail biting and shit. Took me over a week and a half. So
I waited
things
longer
like
than
the
that.
Neo gets. Do what?
Don do.
I waited longer than a week and a half.
Yeah.
I waited 3 weeks, and then I had them reship it.
Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna jump in my goddamn car and go to Canada and just buy the damn thing. It's a 2-hour drive. I'm gonna jet up there and get it. April 24th. But I don't think it's gonna be for sale April 24th though. I think they're gonna have the release probably on April 24th, and I think they'll start shipping maybe April 24th, or I don't know though. It's hard to say because it goes. Sometimes the day of the deal, they ship the same day.
Yeah.
The Mavic 2 Pro, they had the release. I had the damn thing in 2 days. Mavic 2 Pro, but it's not the world's a different place now. So quite frankly, I don't know if it's going to be available the day of the release.
Yeah, and things like the Neo, if you're going to spy with that, they're just going to laugh at you. So that's why he goes through is, not a real spy wouldn't use something like that,
Right.
Yeah, it's not. But if those were their true reasons, I'd be okay with it. It's not their real reason. It's all economic, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Is what it is. It's just a bunch of bullshit. If it's a drone that can be used commercially, they don't want to let it in the country because it would compete with the American drone industry,
the huge American drone market.
Oh yeah, that boy. There's so many
guys.
of them. There would be so many people put out of work if we let those Chinese drones in. It's just like
because all those American retail drone companies that are out there. Consumer drone companies.
They're getting paid those high union wages and stuff. Yeah, it's terrible.
All those American drones out there.
Chinese drones. Ignore them. They don't count as employment.
They don't count. And the people's lives are being saved with those Chinese drones, too. Just the other day, some people's lives are saved.
Every day, people's lives are saved.
Every day.
It's like I say, why let the truth get in the way of a good story?
Yeah, exactly. A good narrative. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's across party lines, too. I don't give a shit what side of the aisle you're on. Because it's been perpetuated across 2 or 3 or more regimes or administrations. Yeah. So
right there you go.
The jackass that said DJI drones can read heartbeats and shit was on Trump's team. The FAA director or FCC director. Was it FCC director? He said that the DJI drones can read your heartbeat.
Yeah. And the thing, in all honesty, his first time around, he had no clue how the game was played up there.
Right.
And he picked guys that he thought were, some of them he probably owed a favor to because they supported his, which all politicians do it. Doesn't matter which side.
And yet he still managed to get our energy prices down.
Yeah, he did a good job.
We were a positive. We were a plus energy producing versus energy consuming for the first
Yeah,
time in
exactly.
like 50
Well,
years.
the first
He
time he
still
decided
managed
to
have-
get people in place that knew how the machine worked to help him try and work the machine.
And I'm just
He
saying,
realized that
even,
didn't work.
even
This
without
one's
all the
going in
right
like,
people,
we're going to bust up the machine.
Yeah, that was.
even with all the right people, he still did a lot of great things. You know, I mean,
Well, he did. Yeah, he did.
you
Yeah.
know, he knocked out the fucking ISIS. He
Yeah.
You know, there was no wars. He managed to get our.
Well, there were wars. He didn't start any.
What wars?
We were
Well,
still-
okay, not technical wars. There were military actions.
Oh, there were a lot of actions.
None that he started, but there were while he was in office.
Yeah.
You mean between say
Our military was involved in different military actions around the world that they were already involved in.
Oh yeah, like well they
were still
birthday
like Somalia.
They took out ISIS.
Yemen.
There was some things,
Yemen, maybe.
but there was no invasions. There was no outbreaks.
Right.
There was no actual war.
And we hadn't lost, like in Iraq, we hadn't lost anybody in like, I don't know, 18, 19, a couple of years.
Lucy Lawless's birthday is today, and I can't read. Is that number 57?
57, yeah.
Yep.
Lucy Lawless.
Interest rates were low.
She was kind of pretty.
Dollar was
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Have you heard her with her Aussie accent?
She's actually a Kiwi,
Yeah.
so she's got a New Zealand.
yeah.
Ah, Kiwi, huh?
You and Dominic.
Kiwi.
I was on it too. It was like, yeah, Kiwi.
She's a
Yeah,
Kiwi.
Katy Perry is
as soon as
Australian
I
or
said it, I
Kiwi,
knew I
isn't she?
did it wrong. I said it wrong because.
At that point, he knew he'd fucked up.
Yep. I already knew
That's
it.
when he knew
Yes.
he fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I was
Here's
like,
what I put under my license
she's from
plate.
New
Bill.
Zealand. Yeah.
I
Yes.
love you. Yeah, so do a lot of people. He's got like 73 children.
All right,
Yeah, I
kids.
know, right?
I still have to go up to the lodge and close, and I am yawning like crazy, so I'm going to take
Closing
off.
time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night,
So,
All
Don.
right, Don.
I'll talk
Good
to you
night.
later.
Bye-bye.
All right,
You know
have a
Lucy
good-
Lawless. Speaking of Lucy Lawless, that show that she was on
Speaking
with
of
that
her,
girl
good.
that she was on they were just talking about Lucy Lawless, and
Yep.
the girl that was on the show with her is a prime example of the cute versus the hot. And the little blonde girl that ran around with her,
Gabriella,
I
yeah.
liked her
Yeah, I
better
can't think of the
than
actress
Lucy
name.
Lawless. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you.
I'm going to
I
be
liked
honest
her
with you.
better.
I was never that attracted to Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see.
I'm making no comment.
Not that she's not an attractive woman, because she is, obviously. But
She's a hard body though. A lot of people don't like hard bodies.
I don't like.
You know, where they
women
work
that
out all the
beat
time
shit
or
out of
whatever.
me, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
She's not a hard body
Bob
now.
Casey, welcome in, Bob.
Not
No,
anymore,
I
probably.
don't like big
Bob.
M's.
Oh,
Bob
Bob.
Casey, where you been?
Hey,
Brother,
brother Bob.
Yeah, we're about to shut down.
yeah, I was going to call
Bob.
in about a minute because I need to get up again, and we've been on for 2 hours and 43 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I think we've covered things about as well as we can.
Yeah, and I haven't even
Yeah,
had
they're
I think
that.
we're all
wide-ranging
done.
subjects, that's for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Very passionate support of them.
Who was the bass girl on Wayne's World?
so
Tia Carrera.
I'm going to say,
Yeah.
Yeah,
guys,
right.
did somebody don't wake up Mark?
Hey, Mark. Shh.
Wake up.
Lullaby.
Well, he's got an extra hour now.
Don't make believe you weren't sleeping.
They're
You
just
were
trying to
sleeping,
daylight
Mark.
savings, so it's an extra hour later now.
You had drool coming out. You were sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gru was napping.
God, I wish I could go to sleep right now, but they won't shut the fuck up. So anyway,
Bastards.
let's let me see. Which one? You ready?
Gotta
Wave goodbye.
Yeah.
Loosen up those wrists, fellas.
Get them jazz hands going.
Oh, wrong one. This one. Here we go.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Bill and all the tribe. Thank you all for coming, and we hope you will subscribe. You're all invited back next week to watch another show. We're all too drunk and tired, so we're gonna have to go.
Y'all come back now. You hear? This has been a Bill Ways presentation.